Best Med Urgent Care and Injury Clinic is your local option for less serious conditions that are causing you pain. Our clinic has shorter wait times than the emergency room, and we offer convenient x-rays and laboratory services while our staff work hard to ensure you receive the treatment you need in a timely manner. Best Med Urgent Care, no appointment needed. Welcome to Leaps and Bounds. We work closely with individuals within the state of Oregon who experience intellectual developmental disabilities. Our goal is to build independence, self-assurance, and community inclusion, and there are zero out-of-pocket expenses. To get more information about Leaps and Bounds and how we can help you, call 541-400-1449 or go to our website. Pally Plumbing. We're a full-service plumbing contractor providing quality service at an affordable price. Our skilled professionals are fully licensed, highly trained, and committed to providing the highest quality service available. To get an estimate, call 541-882-0364. Windermere Real Estate. What makes us different makes the difference. It means that we sweat the details so our clients don't have to. And it means that acting beyond ourselves and caring deeply about our communities so it sets ourselves apart from the rest. Give us a call at 541-885-4400 or online at Windermere Real Estate.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to Klamath Union High School. It is our MyBasin.com game of the week as the Pelicans host the Vikings. I'm Matt Bowling. It is great to be with you here as we start the girls' game. Mazama coming in with a record of 1-14. Meanwhile, Klamath Union 10-1 as the Pelicans win the tip-off. This is Garcia. Aaron Garcia lofting it into Andy Harmon. And they miss the first shot. A foul on the sideline rather. And it's going to be Armida Kirkpatrick to inbound. Kyla Jackson back to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick's pass is tipped, goes on the floor, and a foul is called. It's against Mazama. Still scoreless here with, we're 27 seconds in. Garcia gets the inbound. Bringing it across half court, handing it to Pena. Dianara Pena fires it into Nice, and the Pelicans have their first basket. Vikings trying to answer. Byington drives and scores. Turned over on the other end. And the Vikings give it right back. Pass bounces off the foot of Harmon and out of bounds. And we've got a timeout.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
All tied at 2 here in the girls' game of our MyBasin.com game of the week between Klamath Union and Mazama as the Pelicans force another turnover on the inbound and Keeley Hall is fouled putting up the shot. 6:44 to go. Already a big improvement for Mazama. Their last game against Henley a week ago, the Hornets scored the first 15 points. Hall makes the first free throw. Misses the second, but it's rebounded by Pena. Nice to Garcia. Garcia throws it down low, intended for Harmon, but it's out of bounds and back to the Vikings. Pena to inbound. And they turn it over. Jackson the other way. Jackson loses the ball out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Vikings. Kirkpatrick throws it into Byington. Byington loses it. And it goes back to Klamath Union. Kennel throws it up to Hall. Hall looking for the pass, but turns it over. Jackson to Byington. Addie Byington, 3 for Hernandez is off the mark. And Hall brings it back up the other way. Hall throws it down low to Neese. Neese misses the lay-in, rebounded by Harmon, who's fouled. .5:58 to go here in the first quarter. And Andy Harmon will head to the free throw line. She banks in the first one. And swishes the second. Josh Eldridge joining me now. He was helping some of our Klamath Union student collaborators get settled in. How's it going, Josh?
Oh, great. Just like you said, getting settled in. We've got quite the setup here tonight with the KU kids, 3 cameras that we're going to incorporate in tonight's broadcast, and really excited to work with the digital media class here at KU. It should be fun.
Looking at this game so far, I know you and I were at Mazama's last game a week ago against Henley. Vikings got down 15-0 pretty early in that one, and well, here, pretty different story. They're hanging tough. As Keeley Hall drains a 3 to put Klamath Union up 8-2, and the Vikings will call timeout. We'll be right back. This is the MyBasin.com week.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind.
An 8-2 lead for Klamath Union with 5:33 to go in the first quarter. Vikings turn it over on the inbound again, but Andy Harmon misses the bunny. Now over to Jackson. Jackson, cross court to Kirkpatrick. Able to kick it out, back to Jackson. Now Hernandez. Fires it into the corner for Kirkpatrick. Hernandez throws it to Davis. Kalen Davis. Aaron Garcia with some tough defense, forcing a tie-up. Possession arrow points to Mazama, but they'll only have 5 seconds on the shot clock. Kirkpatrick to inbound. Kirkpatrick's pass too high, but saved by Davis. Jackson able to get the shot off, but it won't fall. And Klamath Union traveled on the inbound. Free possession for the Vikings. Kirkpatrick. Foul committed. It's charged to Dakota Neese. Kirkpatrick again getting set to inbound. Wide open is Kennel, but she didn't take the three. Gives it to Kirkpatrick. Pass deflected, saved by Davis. They get it over to Hernandez. Davis pulls a three and connects.
Call that an answer, a triple on this side, and then Mazama with the response.
4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter as Aaron Garcia answers on the other end. Davis floats one over to Kirkpatrick. Davis with room, thought about a three, instead throws it down low to Kennel, but it's off target and out of bounds. Pena, throws it into Garcia. Garcia almost lost it. It's recovered by Pena. Pena from the short corner misses, rebounded by Harmon, and it's tipped out of bounds. Hall thrown out of bounds. Kirkpatrick over to Davis. And she draws a foul. Davis is about to inbound. Now she does. Guarded tightly by Harmon. Tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Mazama. Kirkpatrick. Able to get it into Davis. Davis pass deflected and taken away. Comes down into the arms of Harmon. They get it over to Thomas. And Keisha Thomas has her first points of the game by way of a three-pointer. Kirkpatrick on the other end can't answer. Rebounded by Pena. Dianara Pena over to Hall. Hall with a nice feed down low to Harmon, but she couldn't finish. It comes back out to Hall, and she misses a three. Harmon underneath finally gets it to go on the putback. Pelicans out to a double-digit lead now as Mazama almost turned it over. The refs say it was just deflected off of a Klamath Union defender. 2:53 to go in the first quarter. Byington is fouled on the drive. That evens the count at 3 each this quarter. Looks like Andy Harmon's going to check out for Dakota Neese. Byington. Hernandez. Bounces it to Jackson. Jackson gets it to roll in. Pena. Into Hall, back to Pena, and she nails a three. Davis to Byington. Byington has it batted away from her by Thomas, and the Pelicans force another turnover. Garcia over to Hall. Now Neese. Neese with a nice pass around the defender, but Garcia couldn't finish.
Say again? Do you mind if I use that? Yeah, go ahead.
Out of bounds. It'll go to Mazama. Davis will inbound. Throws it off the foot of Pena. Minute 45 left in the first quarter. And travel on the inbound. Davis was moving along the baseline, trying to look for an open player. Klamath Union finds an open player, though. It's Aaron Garcia. Another three for the Pelicans, who now have their biggest lead of the night at 14. Pass tipped, intercepted. What a great save that was by Tianara Pena. Garcia. Thomas. Bang! Klamath Union looking a bit like the mid-2010s Golden State Warriors this quarter, Josh.
Yeah, a lot of three-pointers, and, man, their shooting form is good. They look confident.
Davis stripped, and an easy layup by Pena. All of a sudden, it's a 19-point lead for Klamath Union. A minute 1 remaining in the first quarter.
Find your nearby Taco Bell at 3118 Washburn Way or 5327 South 6th Street. We're open early for breakfast, and our drive-thru is open late for your midnight cravings. You can order online for pickup or use our drive-thru. Taco Bell on Washburn Way and South 6th Street.
Well, Mazama was hanging tough early, but Klamath Union has just popped off over the last few minutes.
It's what they tend to do, man. They can fill up the bucket, especially from beyond the arc, and that's exactly what we're seeing here in the first quarter. It happens fast when you get a 50% premium on that three-point shot.
Mazama to inbound. It's Kalen Davis. Davis looking. Gets it into Byington, who gives it back. Now back over to Byington. Davis with space at the top of the key. She had room for a three. Instead, she tried to throw it to Aurora Garcia, but the pass was off target, and it goes out of bounds. Pena. Working around the perimeter. Over to Neese. Pena. Tried to throw it to Neese underneath, but that pass missed, and it's out of bounds. Davis. Another missed pass for Mazama results in another turnover. Both teams have struggled a bit with passing here in the first quarter, but Mazama especially.
It's the same kind of problem they had against Henley too. They played them, earlier in the season. Henley's guards provide a lot of length, and KU causing the same amount of disruption.
5 seconds left. Thomas pulls a three and connects. And that's how we'll end the first quarter. A 22-point lead for Klamath Union. It's 29-7. I'm Matt Bolide, Josh Eldridge. Second quarter on the way here in our MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Klamath Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Klamath Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Klamath Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
A 29-7 lead for Klamath Union over Mazama as we start the second quarter. This is a bit more like the kind of result we expected to see here in this game. Mazama keeping things close for much of the first half of the first quarter was a bit surprising.
Yeah, they were able to score the ball nicely from what it seemed, and 7 points is more than they've gotten in most first quarters this year. They've come to play here at Pell Court. Still now a tall hill to climb, but a lot of basketball left to be played.
Garcia throws it to Nice. 4 seconds on the shot clock. She throws it up, bounces out off the back rim, and rebounded by Byington, who gets fouled. Hernandez to Byington. Byington's pass tipped by Andy Harmon, but the Vikings recover. Now Byington travels as she tried to drive. Garcia over Zumwalt. Back to Garcia. Nice. Garcia pulls a three, misses that time. Rebounded by Byington. Over to Davis. Davis throws it to Garcia, but they lose it. Aaron Garcia with a nice feed to Harmon. She couldn't complete the layup, but there's a foul on the rebound. Aaron Garcia inbounding for Klamath Union, throws it to Segura. She couldn't get the roll in. And Addie Slezak comes away with it for Mazama. Pass to Kirkpatrick. She mishandles it. It's taken away by Nice. Dakota Nice on the fast break. Traveled. Two subs coming in for the Pelicans. It's Keely Hall and Dianara Pena, as Farrah Zumwalt and Leah Segura come to the bench. Kirkpatrick. In the corner, Aurora Garcia. Nice pass to Kirkpatrick, but she misses the layup. Pena pulls a three, misses. Offensive rebound, Aaron Garcia Back to Pena. Pena with a great feed to Harmon. And there's the first bucket of the second quarter. 5:34 to go.
Pena has excellent court vision. That's what a lot of basketball will give you. She's been a starter for 4 years on this team.
Driving and in and out. It goes for Byington. Pena called for the charge. Armida Kirkpatrick took that one. Klamath Union student section not convinced. It happened right in front of them. About 3 rows deep of kids here to watch the girls' game.
Yeah, and they're right on top of the floor. It's a really fun scene here at KU with the students so close to the action.
Always good to see the girls' games get a crowd. This Klamath Union team certainly deserves it. Already have their most wins since 2016 and are ranked number 4 in 4A in the latest OSAA computer rankings. Top of the key 3 drops for Keeley Hall. .435 to go. And again, Mazama turns it over on the inbound. 25-point lead for the Pelicans. Pena. Hall. Nice. Aaron Garcia with space. Drives, splits the defense, but too strong on the layup. Gets the rebound and kicks it out to Pena, who misses the 3. Another offensive rebound. It was Keeley Hall, and another 3 attempt for Garcia misses. Great chances for Klamath Union on that possession, but just could not connect. Ball tipped out from the hands of Slezak. It'll stay with the Vikings. 3 subs now on for Klamath Union. Pena, Segura, and Harmon will come to the bench. As looks like Zumwalt, Thomas, Mazama with possession. Jackson. Shot clock expires. Oh man, Kirkpatrick. Are they going to count that? I think they are.
Count it. That's a big shot.
Wow. Just threw it towards the bucket and it dropped.
Oh, the near official is saying that I think they're gonna revoke those 3 points.
Oh, come on. If you make a shot like that, I think it should count regardless.
Yeah, it was close, but no, it looks like they're keeping it on there.
All right. On the other end, a 3-pointer comes up short for Kayshalee Thomas. Keeley Hall got the rebound, tried to put back and traveled. 3:05 to go in the second quarter. Turned over. And an easy bucket for Keeley Hall.
KU's applying a lot of pressure. Mazama having one heck of a time getting the ball up the floor.
Davis fouled by Thomas. Three fouls this quarter on Klamath Union, just 1 on Mazama. Davis. Mishandled but recovered by Jackson. Now she throws it too high for Davis. Pena and Nice checking back in as Segura and Zumwalt check out, along with Aaron Garcia.
Looks like there's a conversation at the scorer's table. One of our officials heading over there. Not quite sure what it is. Clock 2:30, shot clock full. I'd have a hard time thinking that after multiple minutes they'd revoke that three-pointer. It's the only thing I could think of. It looks like they're actually fixing the clock.
.243 left in the first half. 24-point lead for Klamath Union. Neese. Thomas. Into Hall, who's fouled. And Keeley Hall will head to the free throw line. Second leading scorer on this Klamath Union team, averaging 14.6 points per game. Also their top rebounder. Made the first free throw. And the second. 2:25 left in the second quarter. It's a 38-12 lead for Klamath Union. They almost force another turnover in the backcourt. Covered by Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick's pass is swatted out of bounds by Harmon. She's done that a few times. Probably got some of the most length of any player on this Klamath Union team. Very difficult to pass around. And what's the stoppage here?
Please keep things off the floor, especially deep side. Keep things off the floor.
Student section getting into a little bit of trouble. It happens from time to time when they're so close, but it's nice to have them here. And you can see if we get a look over there soon enough, the drum corps and the band has loaded into the student section down on the floor as well.
Yeah, yeah. When you're that close, if you accidentally drop something, it might just take a bounce right onto the court. Not ideal. Here's Byington. Airmails that one. Was intended for Jackson. Pena. Hall pulls up. Airballs it long, rebounded by Davis, and she's fouled. On the drive, Isabella Pena gets fouled. And that's foul number 5 called on KU, so Mazama is going to shoot free throws. Vikings have just 5 points this quarter, 1:25 remaining. As the first free throw misses. Second one is good. Open three. And an easy make for Keisha Lee Thomas. 42-13. 1:07 to go in the first half. Ball gets onto the floor. They fight for it, and a tie-up is called. Byington to inbound. 1:03 to go. Gets it back from Davis. Throws it over to Jackson, but sends it right past her. Aaron Garcia. Over to Thomas. Gets it back, throws it over again, and Thomas connects on another three. Back-to-back threes for Keisha Lee Thomas.
Shooting deadly. She's not even catching rim on those triples.
Pass tipped. Recovered in the backcourt by Byington. Byington tried to throw it over Hall, but could not. Now it's Hall after the turnover, laying it in on the other end. Another late quarter explosion from Klamath Union. They've stretched the lead to 34. 8 seconds to go. Kaylin Davis double teamed. Gets it to Byington. Byington has to hurry. She just chucks it at the hoop, and it is well off target. So that is how we end the first half. Klamath Union 47, Mazama 13. We'll be right back. Matt Bowling here, like Josh Ridge. This is our MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Halftime here at Klamath Union. We got the cheer squad down there with a performance. It's a 46-13 lead for the Pelicans. At some point, they added an extra point, I guess, on the scoreboard. It's now been taken off. But already a pretty packed house for this basketball edition of the Canal Bowl.
It's a lot of fun in this building, a lot of history here at Pell Court. Recently remodeled a few years ago, and always a great turnout. Like we've been talking about, the student section on the near side of the floor is on the floor, and then over by the team benches, I mean, you basically only have room for the benches, and then the grandstands begin. They go all the way up. It gets loud, and man, Klamath Basin loves basketball, and it's showing out here tonight at Pell Court.
And that student section you can see is already a few rows deep for this girls game. Got to give them major props. I mean, a lot of schools, kids don't come out for the girls games. I know my high school hardly ever did. And my senior year, the girls won their 8th straight state championship. So it's certainly great to see a packed house like this for a team that really deserves it. Again, they're 10-1, already hit their most wins since 2016, and they're number 4 in 4A in the OSA computer rankings, having a fantastic year.
Yeah, they're playing every part of it here tonight. I mean, they're taking care of business against a team that they should, quite frankly, and I mean, they've got to feel confident.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about this Mazama team. 1-14, 0-2 in the Skyline Conference. They come into this game actually on a 14-game losing streak. They won their season opener against 3A La Pine. They lost 44-13 in their Skyline Conference opener against Phoenix. And they also lost against Henley a week ago, at Henley a week ago, 68-15.
Yeah, they've been close a couple of times. I look at their game against Hidden Valley. They only dropped it by 6, and that was kind of a tournament game. It wasn't their league game. And so, it seems like after the new year, this Mazama offense has just had a hard time really getting started. They've played 3 games here in 2024. They scored 29 points against Crater's JV team, 13 against Phoenix, and then 15 the other night against Henley. So really it's just that offense that needs to get moving for Mazama. They did decent in that first quarter. They just weren't able to keep pace here in the second.
Yeah, and when you look at the makeup of their roster, it's understandable that they would be struggling a bit. They have 1 senior, 3 juniors, 6 sophomores, and 3 freshmen. They've got a first-year head coach in Mindy Holbrook, replacing an absolute legend in Joy Lease, who was 212 and 89 in 12 seasons. Made several deep runs at the state tournament, including winning the state title in 2013. Of course, as everyone in Klamath Falls knows by now, she left the program to take a job as the top assistant for the Oregon Tech women last season. This season was named the head coach and has got the Lady Owls in the top 25.
Yeah, the Oregon Tech Owls are off to their best start ever. I believe they're 17-1 right now, and so they are playing some great basketball. She left the Mazama Vikings in a bit of a rebuilding state, and I mean, there's no shame in rebuilding the program. It has to be done, and you take your licks and you move forward.
Yeah, they've got a pretty good foundation, though, with so much youth. I know going through 3 head coaches in 3 years is tough, no matter how you slice it.
Well, you say only 1 senior on this roster, and I almost think of that as a positive thing because you're gonna have so many kids come back next year. You've got a handful of freshmen on this varsity roster who will play for 4 years and hopefully develop and improve, and that's what it's all about.
In the meantime, though, Klamath Union is rolling. A 33-point lead at halftime for the Pelicans, who fully intend to challenge for a state title this year, a sentence that would have been unthinkable for them almost just a couple short years ago. It's almost as if the programs have essentially switched places.
Yeah, they've been on a rebuild for quite some time, and when Coach John Nahar took over, this team kind of really changed the way it does a lot of things. We talked to DNR Pena the other night on Ballin' in the Basin on 960 Sports, and she talked a little bit about the culture. They've spent a lot more time for team bonding, not just basketball activities, but other things as well, and that's important when you're a part of a team, and they play with a lot of chemistry and a lot of trust.
Yeah, and if you missed that interview with DNR Pena, you can find it on our website. Just go to mybasin.com, hover over the sports tab, and click on Ballin' in the Basin. We've also got, that was our second episode this week. Our first episode, we talked to new Mazama football coach Orlin Culp, as well as Henley girls basketball player Annie Campos. We were also joined last night by Oregon Tech baseball coach Jacob Garces. Some great conversations were had with all 4 of those people, so we would highly recommend you check it out. And if you're an athletic director or coach, you got a player, or if there's a coach at your school that's doing something really cool and you think they deserve a bit of recognition, a bit of the spotlight, reach out to us. We are constantly looking for people to bring on this show. We're going to be doing it every week, every Wednesday from 6 to 7 on 104.3 and 960 Sports. We've had a lot of fun our first couple weeks, and we're looking forward to keeping it going and continuing to get to know some of the many great coaches and athletes in the Basin.
A lot of history for sports in the Klamath Basin. KU Mazama, no exception. We've talked again, Oregon Tech as well. There's a lot of history there for a school that's opened almost 100 years. So it's a lot of fun, and there's a lot to uncover, and we'll have it for you again Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock at Sports.
We'll take enough. When we come back, we'll get into a little bit of the boys game coming up next, as you see them down there getting shots up, going through warm-ups at halftime. I'm Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. This is our MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Klamath Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Klamath Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Klamath Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Just under 4.5 minutes to go until the start of the second half here at Klamath Union. Pelicans girls leading Mazama 46-13. Right after this, we will have the boys game, which should be a lot closer than this one, Josh.
Yeah, the teams match up a lot better. In the boys game, we'll see a couple of teams that are really athletic. I mean, Klamath Union, we've seen some of their kids out here trying to throw down some slam dunks. There's one right there. These kids can jump, but so can Mazama's, and so they match up evenly. Klamath Union's put together a lot more wins than Mazama has, but we saw back when they played Henley that, I mean, Mazama can really hang with just about anybody. They play fast and they're athletic. They just haven't been able to fully put it together. They're 2-13, but they're a lot better than a 2-13 record. Klamath Union is 6-8 right now. They've been outscored narrowly by their opponents on the season by about 40 points over 13 games. So, they're an athletic squad. They jump out of the gym. Coach Ed Case has been here for, I believe this is his 5th season, and he's an extraordinary coach for these young men. I expect good basketball later on.
Yeah, we saw Mazama against Henley last week, at Henley last week. They got out to a 10-2 lead with just 3:20 remaining in the first quarter. So this is not a team that you look at their record and you think, oh, this is going to be a cakewalk. You got to take them seriously because they can sneak up on you.
Well, they shoot the three ball really well, and that's what kept them in contention for a long time at Henley. They just kind of kept hitting those threes in big spots, and that's what keeps you in ball games. This is a tough environment to hit threes in. I mean, you got the students quite literally right on top of you. So we'll see if they're able to come out and shoot hot tonight, but that's going to be really the key for Mazama later on tonight, is if they're able to stroke it from long range.
Vikings made 9 3-pointers against Henley, including 6 in the first half. That was a big reason they were able to jump out to that early lead. 2:15 on the halftime clock. You see both the girls' teams now are back out there warming up. Klamath Union band keeping the music going. as more fans starting to file in. I'd imagine these old wooden bleachers, as well as the newer plastic ones, are going to be pretty full by the time we get to tip-off of the boys' game.
I've seen multiple occasions where the student section has gotten so big and jumping on these plastic bleachers that they have broken multiple seats before. So this crowd gets rocking, especially that student section. The drum line, I think, is a really cool addition that they do. I don't think I've seen another school do that throughout my travels in Oregon. I mean, drums on the floor. It's a cool addition.
Yeah, it's very college-like.
Yes. A lot of spirit here at Pell Court.
Now, we have to admit, this is actually our second MyBasin.com game of the week this week, so we are kind of cheating a little bit, I guess you could say. But I think it's well-deserved because we've had a couple of great rivalry matchups last week. Josh, I know you were at Bonanza for their game against Lost River a few days ago.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I mean, that's a tight space, too. I mean, you kind of look at the way the floor is laid out. It's really similar. Not a whole lot of, hardwood past the boundaries of the basketball court. So, Bonanza was great. A loud environment there. The Lost River boys were able to get a road win in that game. And we'll be back out to Lost River next month, I believe, when they host the Antlers. So keeping track of that rivalry as well as this one, towards the end of February when they play over at Valhalla Court.
It's a great time of year for basketball. Some interesting games, certainly in non-league play in the about month and a half leading up to this. But really nothing like league play, because that's when you get the big rivalries. That's when the gyms really fill up, and it's a great time. It's when the games truly start to matter. I mean, again, this Mazama boys team we'll see later on, they're 2-13, right? But really, they're 0-1 in league play. So, it's still really anyone's conference. These KU girls that we're going to see here in a minute believe it's theirs, and they got to close out Mazama and get one step closer. Yeah, they got a big one coming up on Tuesday as they head to Henley. Hornets girls undefeated, #1 in 4A. That's a game that really could decide not just the league, or help decide because they play twice. Mm-hmm. Could help decide not only the league championship, but possibly the #1 seed in the playoffs. Yeah, I'm sure there's a couple of Hornets fans, players, potentially coaches watching tonight to see how Klamath Union does against a common opponent. And here we go. Aaron Garcia gets the inbound, sends it over to Thomas. Thomas to Nice. Nice tried to hand it off to Thomas, but she lost it. Going down on the floor to recover it was Leah Hernandez, but the Vikings turn it over. Right back the other way, Keeley Hall scores. That's the thing for Mazama. They've made some plays, but they've either not quite been able to finish them or they've just given the ball right back. Yeah, a lot of turnovers for this younger team. Something that they'll certainly work on as the year moves on. Pena. Garcia up top. Aaron Garcia. Over to Thomas. Garcia gets it back in the corner. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Open in the corner is Thomas. And there's another three for Keisha Lee Thomas. She hit a couple late in the second quarter. And now she intercepts a pass. Nice dish to Hall, who gets fouled. Hall's one of the tougher girls basketball players that you'll see in the state of Oregon. She loves to rough it up down there in the paint, taking a foul there and earning a pair of free throws. Makes the first one. Second one misses. Out of bounds, it'll go back to Mazama. Kirkpatrick. 6:38 to go in the third quarter. Pass deflects off the hand of Hernandez. She tipped it back in, but there was nobody there. It's out of bounds to Klamath Union. Garcia. Over to Pena. Dianara Pena along the baseline, feeds Hall. Hall lost it. Kyla Jackson. Pull up three, good for Leah Hernandez. We saw her hit one at Henley last week. Oh, what a nice move by Pena, but she couldn't finish the layup. Anissa Jimenez checking in for the first time for the Pelicans as Keisha Lee Thomas takes a seat. Good feed to Jackson, but she couldn't finish. It's a 36-point lead for Klamath Union as they miss a three. 5:38 to go in the third quarter. Hernandez bounces it over to Kirkpatrick. Armida Kirkpatrick driving, kicks it, tried to kick it back to Davis, but it bounced off her hands and out of bounds. Jimenez over to Pena. Pena throws it into Hall. Hall double teamed, kicks it to Jimenez, who misses a three. Vikings almost turn it over. Kirkpatrick. Looks like she got fouled on the drive. I'll say there was no shooting foul, so it'll stay on the floor. Intercepted by Pena. They threw it right to her. Pena with a nice move, misses, gets her own miss, can't hit the putback. Saves it, a loose ball, and Jimenez, and one.
That's sticking with a play right there. Fantastic basketball played by KU.
Well, Jimenez finished it, but give Dianara Pena a ton of credit. She was able to save it from going out of bounds. She's made a couple of those acrobatic saves tonight. Found Anissa Jimenez, who put it up and got the foul. Misses the free throw. Rebounded by Kennel. Kirkpatrick, pass too strong for Hernandez. 4:46 remaining in the third quarter. Jimenez over to Pena. Aaron Garcia throws it inside to Pena. Jimenez, Pena for three, yes. 41-point lead for Klamath Union. That is the running clock margin, but it won't take effect until the fourth quarter. Kirkpatrick fouled on the three-point attempt. Kirkpatrick was held scoreless against Henley last week. Misses the first free throw. Looks like 4, maybe 5 subs getting ready to check in for Klamath Union as Kirkpatrick misses her second. Byington replaces Kennel. as the fresh platoon for Klamath Union is Andy Harmon, Leah Segura, Farah Zumwalt, Bella Armijo, and Jazzy Wilson. This is Zumwalt. Wilson. Armijo over to Wilson. Zumwalt. Segura. Zumwalt. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Farah Zumwalt throws it up from the free throw line, well off target. And I think it was deflected by Mazama. It's going to stay with the Pelicans. They'll have 7 seconds left on the shot clock. 3:42 to go in the third quarter. Zumwalt, 2 seconds. They got to shoot it. And it goes off. Klamath Union bench was yelling for a shot, but the 5 on the floor didn't see the clock running down. Kirkpatrick to Byington. And Byington is fouled.
Well, Matt, we made a little bit of a mention of it, but if you're watching, obviously, on mybasin.com, you've seen the 3-camera setup we've had going tonight. Working this evening with the Klamath Union digital media program. A couple of students helping us with the broadcast this evening. We've got Atticus behind us working on these cameras. We've got Chase. He's been running the half-court camera for you tonight. They've got quite the setup here at Klamath Union High School. Recently, the CTE teacher over here, Dan Stearns, secured a $250,000 grant to continue what they're doing here at Klamath Union High School. It's truly a great experience for these kids, and we're glad to be able to work with them tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is an awesome setup. I love to see what they're doing here at Klamath Union. I loved hearing about that big grant, too. I'm glad that they're going to be able to expand this program. I really wish my high school would have had something like this. That would have been awesome. Big bucket there for Bella Armijo. And the crowd loves it. Always great to see some of the reserves getting in on the action, and they should be doing plenty of that here. 2:31 to go in the third quarter. A 42-point lead for Klamath Union. Well, we've officially gotten to the point now where they're putting in players who aren't on the roster. Got a number 2 checking in for Klamath Union. There's no number 2 on the roster. That kind of game, Josh.
I'll take a look and see if I can find maybe a JV roster for KU, see if we've got a kid swinging up tonight.
In the meantime, Mazama calls timeout, so we'll step aside. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. This is the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
2:18 to go in the third quarter. Klamath Union leading 59-17. Josh tells me that there's a number 2 on the Klamath Union JV roster. That's Yuri Mendoza. Would be reasonable to think she's swung up and kept the same jersey number.
Well, she is wearing a different style uniform than her teammates with kind of red trim around the shoulders, so that's what makes me think it's a JV jersey.
True. I didn't even notice that. They are uniforms are pretty similar, but it's a little different. Hernandez spinning, gets her own miss and gets fouled. Leah Hernandez scored 5 points against Henley last week. That was the team high. Here she misses her first free throw. That was the 5th foul of the quarter on Klamath Union as Hernandez makes the second free throw. So Mazama will shoot free throws for every foul for the remaining 2 minutes. On the other end, Jazzy Wilson misses. Out of bounds, back to the Vikings. Byington. Intercepted by Wilson. Wilson goes up, but traveled. Hernandez. Almost picked off by Mendoza. 3 comes up well short for Jackson. And here come the Pelicans. Underneath, Mendoza mishandles it. And it's out of bounds. Well, it looks like they've decided to go ahead and start the running clock, even though we're still in the third quarter. Maybe up to the discretion of the officials and both coaches. It didn't start until the fourth quarter last week at Henley.
Yeah, it's also a 40-point game right now. I'm not sure if that is different for the third quarter or the fourth quarter. It seems to be kind of arbitrary. I think you're probably right, though. It seems probably a decision that both coaches and the officials have to make.
It did get to 40 at Henley last week by the third quarter, but they didn't do it. Either way, it does stop for free throws. So with 1 minute and 1 second left, Armida Kirkpatrick shoots for Mazama. Addie Slezak checks back in as Shakila Jackson takes a seat. Kirkpatrick gets a friendly bounce on the second free throw. As it's back to a 40-point game. Slezak guarded by Armijo, and a foul. Anissa Jimenez getting ready to check back in for Klamath Union. Kirkpatrick to the free throw line again. This time she makes the first one. Jimenez checks in. And Armida Kirkpatrick goes 2 for 2 on this trip to the line. 40 seconds to go. Zumwalt almost turned it over. It was saved by Armijo. Zumwalt throws it to Segura, who gets fouled. Segura to inbound. Another substitution for the Vikings. Kennel replacing Byington. Three good for Anissa Jimenez. Gets it back to a 40-point margin. Slezak on the other end to Kirkpatrick. 9 seconds. Kirkpatrick in trouble. Kicks it out to Slezak, who misses the long two. They chase down the rebound, but with no time to get a shot off, we end the third quarter with Klamath Union leading 62-21. Matt Bowling alongside Josh Elsh. It's the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Best Med Urgent Care and Injury Clinic is your local option for less serious conditions that are causing you pain. Our clinic has shorter wait times than the emergency room, and we offer convenient x-rays and laboratory services while our staff work hard to ensure you receive the
41-point lead for Klamath Union as we get ready to start the fourth quarter.
Something to think about for this KU team. Their season high in terms of scoring for the year was 71 points. They hit that mark on December 23rd. They're well on their way to, potentially matching or breaking that total right now, 62 points after 3.
Intercepted by Dianara Pena. Pena again with some nice moves to get at the basket, but couldn't finish. Tie up on the rebound. Running clock is in full effect now. So this fourth quarter promises to be over very quickly. Keisha Lee Thomas getting set to inbound. Unfortunately, it seems our camera's gone out. So Thomas is inbounding from the right side of the baseline. Up top to Keeley Hall. Thomas in the left corner gets it back, misses a three. Rebounded by Pena on the right block, and a foul is called. It's against Klamath Union, so it'll be Mazama ball. Kirkpatrick inbounding to Hernandez, who gives it right back. Klamath Union going with the full court press here. Hernandez fouled right in front of the Klamath Union bench. Armida Kirkpatrick will inbound right at the scores table. Clock's still running. It's 6:10 left in the fourth quarter now. Intercepted by Pena. Pena driving right side, gets it to go off the glass. Looks like we got our camera back now. As Mazama turns it over again, wide open is Pena, and she cashes in another bucket. Kirkpatrick. Jackson. Over to Byington. Byington dribbles in, gets fouled, going up. And they will stop the clock for these free throws. 5:23 to go in the fourth quarter. Addie Byington. Did not score against Henley last week. Misses her first free throw. Second one takes a friendly bounce off the back of the rim and drops. Pena. Hall. Pena gets a screen, pulls up, misses the three. Rebounded by Aaron Garcia. Back underneath to Hall. Missed the turnaround shot. Up top, Kirkpatrick loses it underneath. Keisha Lee Thomas was applying pressure there. Aaron Garcia kicks it to Thomas. Three won't fall. And Shakyla Jackson gets fouled on the rebound as we've got another platoon change for Klamath Union. Harmon, Mendoza, Segura, Zumwalt, and Jimenez are in for the Pelicans. As for Mazama, Taylor Barling comes off in favor of Isabella Pena. Kirkpatrick poked away by Zumwalt. She got it back. Able to get it to Pena. Throws it behind her. Byington runs over to recover. Byington loses it out of bounds in the right corner. Her dribble just got away from her. And with 3:35 to go, clock running. Oh, they called a foul.
It was a little bit rough in this near corner. I'm not sure who they called the foul on. I didn't quite see. But
looks like it was on Andy Harmon. It's her fifth, so she's fouled out as Byington makes her first free throw. Klamath Union has committed 5 fouls this quarter, so Mazama shooting with every foul. Byington goes 2 for 2 from the line, and we've got a timeout. Bowling here, your mybasin.com game of the week.
Find your nearby Taco Bell at 3118 Washburn Way or 5327 South 6th Street. We're open early for breakfast and our drive-thru is open late for your midnight cravings. You can order online for pickup or use our drive-thru. Taco Bell on Washburn Way and South 6th Street.
I don't know who called the timeout, Josh. But
didn't see either.
Takes me back to my high school days a bit. Our girls coach was notorious for doing things like this. I mean, 3.5 minutes to go in a 42-point game with a running clock.
I mean, I suppose you can't take them with you. Got to use them up.
No. I remember we would I was a manager for the boys team, so it happened a few times. We would be waiting to come on for warm-ups, and he would see something he didn't like and would call a timeout to correct the play of the reserves that were on the court. And we would just be standing there like, dude, come on.
Every moment is a coachable moment, I feel like, at least.
Yeah.
But, you know, I definitely see where you're coming from. There can't be too much to discuss at this particular moment in the ball game, although if you see something too bad, like you said, you can't take them with you. So.
And our girls coach at this point, well, my senior year, he had won. My senior year, he won 8 straight. Their eighth straight state championships.
Wow.
I think now he's up to 9 or 10 now for his career. So nobody was seriously going to question him.
Yeah. That's an impressive run.
Oh, yeah. Josh Springer, North Carolina legend. Great guy, though, really. Three-pointer won't fall for Armida Kirkpatrick. On the other end, Segura misses a shot. Foul in transition. Addie Byington got bumped by Segura. Clock still running. Minute 52 to go now. But it will stop again because we have free throws with Mazama in the bonus. I mean, John Nahar is probably a better coach than I would be, because at this point, knowing that the clock would stop with each foul, I would tell my players, look, I don't care if you give them 5 feet of space, just don't foul them. But they're still playing. They're still playing tough defense here. And another foul will bring more free throws from Mazama.
That's why you get some of the bench players in. I mean, Mendoza, who he mentioned, checked in from the JV team. She's a freshman. And so getting these good varsity reps playing tough defense for some of these underclassmen it's an important experience. And these games where your starters do their job, you're able to get some playing time. It's important to their development.
Aurora Garcia checks in for Mazama as Isabella Pena comes to the bench. Addie Byington misses her second free throw. And Anissa Jimenez brings it up court as Zumwalt's pass for Jazzy Wilson just kind of tipped off her hands and went out of bounds. Jimenez with some tight defense forces a turnover. Outlet pass ahead and one, Jazzy Wilson. And the bench and student section absolutely love it. I'm sure they don't mind this clock stoppage.
Are they taking it away? Oh no, it's a technical.
Looks like it was on Mazama. Or is it? Are they calling a double tech?
On who? Who would the technical be on?
I'm
At this
not
point in the
sure.
game, I mean, the game is well out of hand. What is anyone doing picking up a technical?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't see what might have happened after that and one by Wilson. She misses both free throws as another 5-for-5 sub for Klamath Union. Well, she shot both free throws, and now Klamath Union's getting the ball back, so I guess it wasn't a double tech. I may have misunderstood the referee's gestures.
What a shot.
Dianara Pena putting a little cherry on top of this one. A deep three. Turnover. Shakes the defender and scores.
Having a bit of fun as this one closes out. Oh.
I don't mind a little stat padding personally. You know what? Get those numbers up.
I mean, when that deep three-pointer goes in, that's just a brilliant shot. Then shaking the defender, that's great basketball no matter what time of the game it is.
And the clock runs out before they're able to inbound after the foul, so that's how we will end it. 73-26. A massive win for Klamath Union here in the opening leg of this doubleheader basketball Canal Bowl, or Canal Bowl basketball, maybe I should say. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. We'll step ready for them when we come back here on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Klamath Union wrapping up a dominant win over Mazama here in the opening game of this Canal Bowl basketball doubleheader between the Pelicans and the Mazama Vikings. Not too much to say about this one. Mazama hung tough early, but once Klamath Union got going, they simply could not be stopped, and the Pelicans finished with a season-high 73 points. We are just under 13 minutes away from the start of the boys' game. We invite you to stick around for that. It will air right here on this very same stream that you're watching right now. It will also be on the radio on KAGO. So if you happen to need to be driving over the next hour or two, no worries. You can just put it on and listen. All right, we'll step aside and get set up for that boys' game. I'm Matt Bowling here with Josh Eldridge. This is our MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Knobs. And a very pleasant good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to another edition of the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. Tonight we are here at legendary Pell Court on the campus of Klamath Union High School in downtown Klamath Falls as the Klamath Union Pelicans get ready to take on crosstown rival the Mazama Vikings. So glad to be with you tonight. My name is Josh Eldridge, Matt Bowling along with me, as well as a whole host of Klamath Union students tonight. The technical education teacher, Dan Stearns, allowing us to partner with his students who have been broadcasting KU home games all season. So if you're watching on mybasin.com tonight, you'll be greeted with a really great three-camera setup we have tonight in the gym. So I encourage you to find your way to a desktop, tablet, smartphone, smart TV, and check out the broadcast tonight. MyBasin.com as the Pelicans are hosting the Vikings tonight for Skyline Conference action. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the season each of these two teams has had, as well as take a look at the Skyline Conference standings, as well as starting lineups and tip-off, all coming up next on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Welcome you back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 92.9 KAGO, live from Klamath Union High School tonight as the Pelicans host the Mazama Vikings for a Skyline Conference matchup. Right now, the Pelicans in the early going are tied for the conference lead with Hidden Valley. They're each 1-0 in conference play, although the Mustangs have a better overall record at 9-7. The Pelicans are 6-8 right now on the year. The Phoenix Pirates are 1-1 in conference play. They are tied at third with the Hornets. But again, the Phoenix have the overall record edge over Henley. They're 12-4. The Hornets are 9-6. These Mazama Vikings still looking for their first win in league play. They're 0-2, 2-13 overall in the season. But Matt, earlier in the season, and they're better than a 2-13 record indicates. They hung tough against Henley earlier in the season.
Yeah, just a week ago, they went into Henley and only lost 50-40. They were actually up 10-2 late in the first quarter, but Henley was able to go on a run, and they had to stave off a comeback though. Mazama chipped away at what was a 10-point lead and got it down to 5 with just 3 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the ball game. So this is a really feisty squad that you really can't take at face value in terms of their record.
Should be a great matchup tonight. We're going to take one more break here on the pregame show. When we come back, it's starting lineups and tip-off on the MyBasin.com on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Klamath Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Klamath Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Klamath Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Brilliant job by a Klamath Union freshman tonight performing the Star-Spangled Banner as we are almost ready for tip-off tonight between the Mazama Vikings and the Klamath Union Pelicans. My name is Josh Eldridge. Matt Bowling with me tonight. And the Klamath Union Career Technical Education group, the digital media class, is here running the live streams with us this evening. So special thanks to all of them for being here and to you for joining us on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. The starters for the Mazama Vikings, starting number 0, a junior, standing 6'3", it's Gabe Nanny. Number 2, a junior, standing 6 foot tall, it's Dominic Melgoza. Number 4, a junior, standing 5'9", it's Kai Hunt. And number 11, a senior, standing 5'10", Marcos Uloa Ford. And number 32, a junior, standing 6'5", it's Ryan Hayden. The Mazama Vikings are coached by Ryan Millsap and assisted by Kyle Gomez. A small group for Klamath Union. They've only got 13 players, but 4 of them are swinging up from the junior varsity squad. Here's their starting lineup. A senior guard, 6 foot tall, Antonio Matheny. Wearing the number 14, a junior standing 6'4", it's Grafton Wata. Number 22, a junior standing 6 foot tall, it's Dashel Garrah. Number 30, a junior 5'10", Malcolm Lassette Hankins. And number 34, a senior, 6 foot tall, Daquan McKay. The Pelicans are coached by Mr. Ed Case, and he's assisted by Liston Case, Evan Gallagher, and Randy Barleen. The Mazama Vikings tonight in their road blue uniforms, Mazama written across their chest in white text and white numbering as well. The Pelicans tonight in their home white uniforms with Pels written across their chest, red lettering with black trim and Pelican wings on their shorts. Our officiating crew tonight from the Klamath Falls Officials Association, Pete Whistler, Craig Connor, and Robbie Cesenia. And we are just about ready for tip-off. It'll be the Pelicans who control the opening tip, as on the wing with it now top of the key. Driving inside was Hankins. Kicks it down low for a shot by Matheny, but it's a little bit wide left. Out of bounds it goes, and it's coming the other way. Hayden inbounds to Hunt, who shoves it up the floor for the Vikings, who go from right to left across your radio dial. Hunt with it now on the left wing. Top of the key over to Uloa Ford. Uloa Ford dishing it far side to Melgoza. Now to Hayden in the far corner. Hayden tries to find Hunt, cutting to the rim. Steps inside, terminates the dribble. Back outside to Nanny for three. It's offline. The Pelicans control the rebound. It'll be McKay who brings it up the floor for the Pels. Kicks it into the near corner to Garrod. Now back to McKay. Far side to Hankins. Now to McKay, near corner, Garrod. Fakes right, puts it on the deck. Now finds Hankins, top of the key. Stepping into a triple now. Catching the pass was McKay. It's offline, and trying to corral the rebound was Hankins, but he stepped out of bounds. So the Vikings take over. Guarded full court almost. McKay picking up Hunt before he crosses half court. Takes a screen going left. Continuing to drive left. Kicks it back outside to Melgoza. Now it's to Nanny. Driving inside the left block. Tries to kick it outside to Hayden. Wata in the way, but Mazama recollects. In the near corner to Uloa Ford. Tries to get it to Hayden. Wata again getting in the way of the passing lane. Active hands, but it goes out of bounds. The Vikings maintain possession. Inbound top of the key to Nanny for Mazama. He's driving right, takes a screen, tries to find Melgoza cutting to the rim, and he's fouled on the shot. And so Dominic Melgoza will go to the line and try to score tonight's first points. Right now scoreless, 6:22 to go in the first quarter. Tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. Having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab does more than install just tires and wheels. Come on in for a free pre-trip safety check, and they're going to make sure that everything's in working order at Les Schwab Tires. Melgoza's first free throw is offline. His second is short, and it looks like the Pelicans control the glass. The rebound collected by Garrod, and now it's McKay shoving it in the far corner to Garrod. Back to McKay. Now Matheny has it on the left wing. Here's Matheny. Zip into the far corner to Garrod. Head fakes, but he'll travel. Trying to make a move to the rim, and another turnover for KU gives the Vikings possession with 6:05 to go in the first. Still a scoreless ball game here at KU High School. Here's Hunt. Guarded again by McKay all the way up the floor. Bouncing it to Nanny, trying to get it inside to Ford. Ford kicks it back outside to Melgoza, who drives to the cup, gets the foul and the bucket. And so Mazama strikes first tonight.
Nice take by Melgoza. Just went right through the middle of the paint. He makes the free throw. $3-0 lead for the Vikings.
All right, here's Kai Hunt bringing it up the floor for Mazama. Bouncing it to Hayden on the left elbow, back outside to Hunt, top of the key to Uloa Ford. Uloa Ford trying to drive at the free throw line, kicks it back outside to Nanny. Tries to find Hayden inside, the ball batted out to Hunt. Brings it around, takes a screen going right, 4 on the shot clock. Hunt trying to create an open look, step back, baits the shot for 3, it's short, and the rebound is collected by Hankins. Pass in the front court to Garrod, and he is going to get the foul. And so Garrod will head to the line for a chance at 2 for the Pels. First free throw is good. And the rebound collected by KU after the miss. Garrard in the corner, kicks it out to Matheny. Matheny trying to cut up the defense. He gets fouled on the shot. And so Matheny will now head to the line as well, an opportunity to potentially tie this game up.
2 fouls on each team in the first 3 minutes. It's been kind of a tough game. Buckets have not come easily, really even looks haven't come easily.
Substitution in for KU as the senior 6'5" Jeffrey Spooner checks in. The free throw no good. Spooner collects the rebound, but he travels while falling to the floor. So the score now 3-2. Mazama's in front, 5 to go in the first. Hunt bringing it along the far side of the floor. Underhand dish to Uloa Ford. Beyond the arc, terminates the dribble. Left alone from about 19 feet out and knocks down the mid-range. 5-2 Mazama, 4:39 to go in the first quarter. Here's McKay with it. Back to Hankins. Fires a triple. Good for Hankins. Ties this game up at 5, 4.5 to go in the first. Hunt takes a screen going right, trying to get around the defense. Finds Hayden cutting to the cup, his layup offline. A putback attempt, that one's no good. Here come the Pelicans, and a travel as Hankins bothered by the defense and just couldn't get started on the right foot. And I believe we're going to have time called by Mazama. We'll take it with them. Tie 5, 4:16 to go in the first quarter. This is the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KA.
Best Med Urgent Care and Injury Clinic is your local option for less serious conditions that are causing you pain. Our clinic has shorter wait times than the emergency room, and we offer convenient x-rays and laboratory services while our staff work hard to ensure you receive the treatment you need in a timely manner. Best Med Urgent Care, no appointment needed. Welcome to Leaps and Bounds. We work closely with individuals within the state of Oregon who experience intellectual developmental disabilities. Our goal is to build independence, self-assurance, and community inclusion, and there are zero out-of-pocket expenses. To get more information about Leaps and Bounds and how we can help you, call 541-400-1449 or go to our website.
Back into the action on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week, tied at 5, 4:10 to go in the first quarter. And driving to the cup from Mazama's Mel Goza, kicks it outside to Nanny for a triple. It's good. And the Vikings claim the lead. They're up 8-5 with 3:58 to go in the first quarter, and a whistle. Double dribble by McKay, just walking it up the floor.
Yeah, those are the kinds of unforced errors that can really hurt you in a game like this. Klamath Union just went down 3. They gave Mazama another possession now.
Inbound to Kai Hunt on the right wing, dribbling it back out well beyond the arc now. Hunt moving right. Spins around, dishes it to Nanny in the far corner, guarded by Matheny. Now it's Uloa Ford on the right wing. Behind the back dribble, spinning around to his right. And they're going to call him for a charge, trying to spin to the cup. And actually, I think it was a reach, offensive reach for Uloa Ford. Regardless, it's Pelicans ball. Sub in for Mazama, catching up with Jordan Beals, the junior, standing 6'1", who's checked into the game for the Vikes. Here comes McKay. McKay passing the near corner to Hankins. Back to McKay. McKay rifles one to Wata on the left wing. Now to Matheny in the far corner. Left alone for a triple. It's no good off the back iron. Mazama saves it from going out of bounds, but gets it right back to Hankins, who goes to the cup and gets fouled. And so Malcolm Lassett Hankins going to the line. Tonight's broadcast on MyBasin.com brought to you by Abby's Legendary Pizza. If you're looking for a great place to eat, head to one of Abby's Legendary Pizza locations for some of the best pizza in the Klamath Basin at 1919 Austin Street or 2226 Shalleck Street near OIT. Both free throws no good for Hankins, but a putback attempt by Spooner. It's offline, but again, he gets fouled. So both teams, a lot of opportunities at the free throw line. Although so far, Klamath Union is only 2 for 5.
It's already the 5th foul on Mazama this quarter, not even 5 minutes in. So Klamath Union will be in the bonus the rest of the way.
First free throw was good for Spooner. Sub in for Mazama, Connor Baker checking into the game. The junior wearing number 10 tonight, standing 6'3" for the Vikes. Second free throw was offline, and so the score 8-6, 3 minutes to go in the first. Other side, Melgoza going up with the shot, but he travels. Both of these teams making what seem to be mental errors here in the first quarter, a lot of turnovers that aren't really forced by the defense.
Yeah, in a huge rivalry game like this, sometimes your nerves can get the better of you.
Wata kicks it out to Matheny. Matheny driving inside the arc. The mid-range jumper's good, and we're tied up at 8. The scoreboard here says 9-8 KU, so we'll correct that. 2:40 to go in the first. Here's Beals at the free throw line, kicking it back outside to Melgoza on the right wing. Melgoza trying to split the defense, and he's going to draw the foul. A non-shooting foul, though, so Mazama is going to inbound at the baseline. Inbound to Melgoza. Melgoza on the right wing. Gets it to Baker, top of the key. Now Beals on the left side. Bouncing it down to Hayden on the left elbow. Back outside to Beals, trying to get through the defense, and he... Let's see, I think they're going to call the foul before the shot. He was tied up, and it will be before the shot, so just a foul on the floor, and Mazama will inbound at the baseline once more. Baker to inbound. Shot missed by Mazama, and now here come the Pels. Into the front court to Matheny. Matheny, step into the cup, contested shot is no good, and the Vikings secure the boards. It's Hayden who brought that one down, sitting 6'5" for Mazama. Ahead to Melgoza, who crosses the timeline, trying to create some room to Hayden, top of the key. Now to Beals. Beals rifles one over to Nanny, but he can't corral the pass. Out of bounds it goes, and the Pels take possession, inbounding it in front of their own bench. And subs for the Vikings. Deshaun Carter checking in, and to the bench goes Hayden. Here's McKay to Hankins. Terminates the dribble, back to McKay, zips it to Wata. Into a 3 for Wata, no good. Spooner is going to wrap up the defender, trying to go for the rebound, and tensions are flaring a little bit down there on the floor. It's been physical play so far, but that one was aggressive, no doubt, from Spooner.
Yeah, he kind of pulled a bit of a wrestling takedown on Deshaun Carter. Carter wasn't happy about that.
Well, I mean, look, reasonably so. It's a high school game. Can't be having tensions flare like that, but Spooner doing his best Draymond Green impression there, and it's just not a good look. And that is the 5th foul, so it will earn Carter a couple of free throws. His first look at the line so far tonight. First free throw no good, but still an opportunity to tie it for Carter with 1:34 to go in the first. Spooner heads to the bench, and so will a couple of other Pelicans. Checking into the game was Dashel Garad. And we're also going to see Calvin Hayes into the game for the Pelicans. I think we're figuring out the lighting situation. It's lights have gone out, they're back on.
Well, first they went kind of dim.
They're still kind of dim, not all the lights are on.
They got out.
All right. It looks like we're back, and Carter is still owed a free throw. It is. That one no good, and Klamath Union with the glass. They lead 9-8 with 1:30 to go in the first. Here's McKay in the near corner to Garrod. Garrod tries to find Hankins, cutting to the rim. He gets bothered by a lot of Vikings down there on the floor. A whistle. And the foul will earn Hankins a couple of free throws. Only one made field goal for Klamath Union so far. The rest of their points all on free throws. And it was a triple that Hankins had hit earlier this period. He's also a perfect 2 for 2 from the line thus far. That free throw's no good. But another one on the way. That free throw bouncing right as well, but Wata with the rebound, shoves it back outside to Hankins, gets it to Garrod on the left wing. Thought about a three, dribbling inside the arc, steps outside, gets it to Wata on the far corner. Back to Garrod, fires a long three. That's offline, and jumping for the rebound was McKay. He hit the deck hard, but pops right back up. I believe that he's going to get fouled as well, and so he'll head to the line. Man, if I hit the deck like that, I'd be laying there for, I don't know, probably a month.
Yeah, you'd have to take me out, man. Get me some ice.
Yeah. McKay to the line. First free throw is good for the 6-foot senior from Klamath Union. They now lead by 2, 10-8. 1:08 to go in the first, and one more free throw on the way from McKay. That one's good as well. Vikings coming up the floor. Melgoza crosses the time. Takes a screen going right. Gets it to Carter on the far side. Carter step back triple. No good, and Garrod with the rebound. Under a minute to go in the first. 11-8 KU leads. Here's McKay. McKay shoving it to Hankins on the far side. Hankins over to Hayes. His triple offline, and Mazama with the rebound. It's Hayden who reached for the glass. Here's Melgoza, 3 points tonight for him. Dishes it to Carter on the far side. Carter getting it top of the key to Beals. Thought about a three, now steps back for a mid-range jumper. It's good, a difficult shot, but it goes down for the Vikings, trailing now only by 1. 11-10 with 21 seconds to go in the first quarter. And here come the Pelicans. Shot clock off. KU theoretically could take the last shot of the quarter. Here's Garrod, 10 seconds now. Back to McKay. McKay between the legs dribble, trying to drive in against the defense, and a foul. It's a charge against McKay. And with 1 second left, the Vikings will get one more shot. It's going to have to be a long one. With that being an offensive foul, it does not earn Mazama free throws.
Deshaun Carter was the one to stand in there and take that.
The triple well offline from Baker, trying to get one in before the first quarter buzzer, but after one, it's been a close one. Klamath Union 11, Mazama 10. We'll continue your coverage from KU High School next on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Back with you from Klamath Union High School. After one quarter, the Pelicans lead the Mazama Vikings 11-10, but it's Mazama who starts with the ball out of the break. Here's Uloa Ford on the right side, trying to get it down to Hayden, but it's Hankins for KU, who gets in the way of the passing lane, knocks it out of bounds. Mazama holds on to it and will inbound to Hunt. Hunt well beyond the arc, takes a screen to his left, switches to his left hand, trying to cut up the defense, loses it on the dribble, and a turnover for the Vikings. Here come the Pelicans. Garad into the front court, dishing it far side to Hankins, zips it top of the key to Matheny for three, no good. Rebound collected by the Vikes, and Kai Hunt shoving it ahead to Melgoza. Back to Hunt, now back to Melgoza, left alone from the left wing, beyond the arc, the shot no good. Matheny for KU, pushing it up the floor. Gets it over to Hankins, a long triple, that's offline as well. Garad with the long rebound, kicks it back out to Matheny, standing at the half-court symbol here at KU High School. Back to Matheny, now to Garad. Garad brings it around, top of the key. Fakes a pass right, goes left with it. Gets it into Matheny for a fadeaway jumper on the left elbow, and it's good. 13-10, KU leads. Hunt trying to slice the defense, gets to the rim, but the layup offline. A held ball, the possession arrow favoring the Pels. This is the 101st meeting between the Pelicans and the Mazama Vikings. And right now, it's KU who holds a 58 to 44 all-time advantage over Mazama, leading in this one. Another beautiful jump shot on the near side by Matheny. Makes this one 15 to 10, 6:20 to go in the second quarter. Here's Hunt, backs out beyond the arc. Getting it to Peters, who's checked into the game. He goes up with the shot, a difficult one, but he finishes. Peters' first 2 points of the night make this one 15 to 12. KU in front, 6 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Wata with it on the left side. Now it's Matheny for a long triple that rattles home. 18 to 12, Mazama in front. Here's Hunt. Steps back beyond the arc, between his legs, kicks it near side for a long two from Melgoza. It's no good. Hayden with the putback attempt. It's offline. Here come the Pelicans. Shoving it ahead to Garad. Steps into a triple. It's good. KU catching some fire from long range. They lead 21 to 12. 5.5 to go in the second. We'll step aside on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KU.
Pally Plumbing. We're a full-service plumbing contractor providing quality service at an affordable price. Our skilled professionals are fully licensed, highly trained, and committed to providing the highest quality service available. To get an estimate, call 541-882-0364. Windermere Real Estate. What makes us different makes the difference. It means that we sweat the details so our clients don't have to. And it means that acting beyond ourselves and caring deeply about our communities so it sets ourselves apart from the rest. Give us a call at 541-885-4400 or online at Windermere Real Estate.
Second quarter action continues on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 92.9 KAGO. The Pelicans have opened this one up big time, 21 to 12 right now. 5.5 to go in the second quarter. This game was going back and forth, but a couple of big shots made by Matheny for KU. He had 5 straight points and a made triple. The Vikings looking to respond. It was also Dashel Garad who hit a triple that sent us to the break. And that's how KU has built up a 9-point advantage here.
Yeah, Pelicans currently on a 10-2 run. Great start to the second quarter.
Here comes Kai Hunt for Mazama, trying to find something, but a turnover quickly. Wata scoops up the loose ball. 2-on-1 alone on the fast break, and the layup is good for Wata.
Did kind of a half spin on that layup, too.
23-12, 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Hunt for three from Mazama, trying to end the drought and can't do it. Rebound goes out of bounds. The Pels take over. All right, inbound pass goes to Matheny. He shoves it ahead to Hankins. Hankins in the far corner to Wata, a triple, no good. And Melgoza with the rebound, fires it ahead to Beals. The Vikings trying to move quickly on the offensive end. The layup no good. Peters with the rebound. Loses it, shoves it outside to Hunt, and he collects beyond the arc. As to Beals. Beals in the left wing. Trying to find Nanny. Top of the key, three. Good from Mazama. That's Nanny's second triple tonight. Makes this one 23-15. 4:16 to go in the second quarter. Pass into the corner for Hayes, but I believe he tried to bounce it inside. Kickball violation against the Vikings is the call, so the Pels still have it on their side of the floor. Inbound pass to Garad. Brings it around, top of the key. Pass over to Hankins, steps into a long triple. Front iron no good. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Garad. And it'll be Mazama basketball. It was Klamath Union who swept the Vikings last year. And Mazama looking to try to come back into this game here at Pell Court. Here's Hunt. Well beyond the arc, trying to direct a little bit of traffic, top of the key. Bouncing it to Peters on the left elbow, back outside to Hunt. Zips it over to Melgoza and finds Beals on the far side. Beals terminates the dribble, gets it down low to Peters on the right block, goes up against Garad, but his shot no good. Ball goes out of bounds and possession to the Pels. Daquan McKay to bring it up for Klamath Union. 3:35 to go in the first half. 23-15, KU in front. Here's Matheny with a free throw line jumper. It's good. 10-point game. 25-15. 3.5 to go in the second quarter. And KU leads a turnover. That was Hayes going coast to coast after the steal, and the reverse layup is good.
Oh, that was pretty. What a great run by Hayes.
27-15, 3:05 to go in the second quarter. Hunt trying to go up on the defense in a tie-up as Matheny thought he had the block, but the near official making the call that it was just a tie-up, so possession will stay with Mazama.
Awfully quick tie-up.
Yeah.
I mean, that was as close to a block as you'll see.
Coach Case trying to make that case to the official, but to no avail. Here's the Vikings. It's Nanny with it, getting it to Uloa Ford at the free throw line, spinning around, head fakes, a step back, now goes for the shot. It's left short, but Hunt collects the rebound, dribbles it back out beyond the arc. Now trying to drive left baseline, out to Uloa Ford. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Hunt, step back three, no good. Rebound collected by Mazama. Nanny goes back up with the shot, and it's good. Back down to a 10-point game, 27-17, 2.5 to go in the second quarter. Pelicans get it down low to Matheny. Another mid-range is bothered and tied up underneath the bucket. And I believe the foul, they're going to call it on the floor. And I believe it's going to be a defensive foul as a Viking tried to reach in to grab that defensive rebound. So the Pels will inbound on the baseline. It'll be Hankins. Lofting it high into no man's land. Hunt collects all alone. The layup is good. Wata raced there. Tried to get the block, but instead fouls Hunt. And a free throw coming up for Kai Hunt. His first points and a chance to make it 3. And credit to Grafton Wata there, was well out of that play, but turned on the Jets to at least get involved. He did pick up the foul on the defensive end, but great effort there from the KU junior. The free throw, no good. Score remains 27-19. 2:17 to go in the second quarter. KU out in front. Here's McKay driving on the right block. High off the glass. It's no good. And Nanny with the rebound. Shoves it ahead to Hunt. Hunt taking it right, kicks it to Nanny, top of the key, steps into a triple, and it rattles in off the backboard. 27-22. Under 2 minutes to go now in the second quarter. Klamath Union still in front of Mazama. Here's Hankins with it, top of the key. Gets it in the near corner to Wata. Catch and shoot triple. Too strong, and the rebound collected by Beals. Kai Hunt walking it up the floor for Mazama on a little bit of a run, trying to get back into this game. Uloa Ford on the right wing. Zips it down low to Hayden, who gets fouled on the shot. And so Ryan Hayden will head to the line for 2.
Vikings doing what they did in the last game against Henley. They got down 26-15 with about 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Went on a 9-2 run, though. Cut it to 28-24 at the break.
First free throw good from Hayden, and again, they did that then, courtesy of some good three-point shooting. So far tonight, the Vikings have 2 made triples, each to the credit of Gabe Nanny.
It was actually Gabe Nanny who really went on an individual 9-2 run last week at Henley. He hit 3 3-pointers in the final 2:37 of the first half.
2 made free throws from Hayden makes this a 3-point ball game. 27-24, KU in front of Mazama. And mid-range shot taken and missed by KU. Here's Hunt to Nanny. He's going to try to tie it with a triple. It's offline. Here's McKay with the rebound. McKay crosses the timeline. Gathers the offensive call from Coach Case on the sideline. Gets it near side to Hayes. Hayes to Matheny. And they are going to say he was tied up. After the shot was bothered, they came back down with it together. So the possession arrow favors the Pelicans, and they'll get it with 1 minute left to go in the first half. They're up by 3. Quick inbound to McKay. A triple is off the back iron, no good. Rebound out of bounds. Last touched by KU, so the Vikings take it. Inbound pass to Marcos Ulloa Ford. And he kicks it to Kai Hunt, who will bring it up for the Vikings. Brings it on the right side, kicks it to Ulloa Ford on the right wing to Nanny, top of the key. His triple is too strong. Rebound by Ulloa Ford. Free throw line jumper's too short. And the Pels with the rebound. Here's Hankins. Hankins to McKay, to Wata in the near corner, but the pass too high and out of bounds it goes. So with 32 seconds to go in the half, the shot clock is off, and the Vikings see if they try to control the last possession. Hunt, lightly guarded by McKay all the way up the floor, finally crosses the timeline. Well beyond the three-point line, right about half court. Dribbles it left, knifes it between his legs, going one-on-one against McKay. 14 seconds now in the quarter, and timeout, I believe. What's the whistle? Are they gonna hit him with the 5 seconds? I'm not quite sure.
Looks like it.
Well, guess you can't go one-on-one for too long. The Pelicans have an opportunity with 12 seconds to go. Inbound pass to McKay, 9 seconds now. McKay dribbling it up, gets it to Matheny, 6 seconds. He's well beyond the arc. 5 seconds now, fakes right, goes left, a long two is blocked at the perimeter. And a whistle real close, and I think they're gonna hit Hayden with the foul. Or no, that was Beals actually who's gonna get hit with that one. And so, great defense by Mazama. Are they saying that was on the shot? Oh man, that was such a late whistle if that's the case.
Yeah, well, you can argue that McKay was trying for the putback when he got bumped, but I don't know if I would have made that call personally.
7/10 of a second remain in the half. The first free throw taken by McKay was no good. And he gets a second one here. That one is good. And that will bring us to the end of the first half. Or are we going to play out the final 7/10 of a second? The buzzer sounded after the made free throw, but I think they had to wait until the ball was inbounded. So we will play this final 7/10 of a second. The Vikings will get an opportunity to try to fire off a full court shot. To inbound is Hunt. He'll shove it in front to Nanny. Inbound pass, he gets the shot off. A high arcing shot had the distance, but was wide right. And so we go to halftime with a score of 28-24. Klamath Union staying ahead of the Vikings. We'll be back with some halftime stats as well as taking a look around the Skyline Conference when we come back on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Klamath Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Klamath Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Klamath Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Welcome you back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 92.9 KAGO. The score at halftime, 28-24. Klamath Union is in front of Mazama, and for the Vikings, it must feel like they've been here before, Matt.
Yeah, you talk about deja vu, Josh. A week ago tonight at Henley, Mazama fell down 26-15 in the second quarter, but made a run to cut it to 28-24 at halftime. Tonight, they fell down 27-15 in the second quarter and have now made a run to cut it to 28-24 at the half.
Yeah, it's been a great game. Defensively, there's been some fire coming from both sides, and right now, leading all scorers on the night is Antonio Matheny, 10 points for the Klamath Union Pelicans. He's helped out by 5 points from Malcolm Lassette-Hankins, 4 from Dashel Garrod, 3 from Daquan McKay, 2 from Grafton Wata and Calvin Hayes, and 1 from Jeffrey Spooner, your leading scorers for the Pelicans. Meantime, for the Vikings, 8 points for Gabe Nanny, 3 for Dominic Melgoza, and then a couple of Vikings pitching in 2 points each. Marcus Uloa, 4, Jordan Beals, Drake Peters, and Ryan Hayden. Those are your scorers so far for the Vikings. In this game so far, again, kind of just like we saw last week when Mazama played Henley, their three-point shooting has kind of kept them at arm's length. And in this game, quite frankly, a couple of made threes by Gabe Nanny in that second quarter helped them come back. And like you mentioned, went on a little bit of a run there. But both teams shooting the ball fairly well tonight after kind of a rough first part of the first quarter.
Yeah, it was tough. I think only about 10 points combined in the first 3 or so minutes. Cold start for sure. That can happen sometimes in big games like this. We're playing in front of a pretty full gym here at Klamath Union, so nerves do set in those kind of situations at times. But I think both teams have kind of found their groove a little bit. We'll see how much smoother things are in the second half.
Yeah, it's a great packed house here tonight. For the most part, I mean, there's a couple of open seats on the far side of the floor, but at least where we're sitting, hardly an open seat in the house here at Pell Court, Klamath Union High School, just downtown Klamath Falls. And
you certainly wouldn't be able to tell looking at this crowd that this is a game between two sub-500 teams.
Yeah, I mean, people turn out for these rivalry games. The big student section, even from both sides across the way, the Mazama kids come out. And there's, I mean, a lot of history between these two squads, and that's why you see so many people from the community turning out. I mean, this is the 101st meeting between these two squads. We talked about that a little while ago, and KU holds a 6-game advantage over Mazama in that respect. And these two squads, I mean, there's so much nostalgia in this basin for the matchups these teams had in the 1980s. I mean, what was hailed as the greatest game ever played in the Klamath Basin was in 1983 when Klamath Union knocked off Mazama in double overtime, 66-63. And then in 1984, these two teams played for the conference title in what at the time was the Southern Oregon Conference. I mean, that was a stacked conference back in the day. Not only did you have these two basin schools, Hidden Valley, who is a familiar foe nowadays, was in that conference, but you also had Medford High School, Grants Pass High School, Roseburg, Eagle Point, Ashland, and in the 80s, it was Mazama and Klamath Union playing for a league title. 1984 is the last time KU won a conference title until 2020. It was a 36-year drought that was ended by Coach Ed Case in only his second season at the time. And they tried to go up for a state championship, got most of the way there, and were told to go home in 2020. I think that's still a little bit of a chip on, Coach Ed Case's shoulder, but now obviously a new group of players 4 years later, and they're trying to close things out against Mazama here in league play, 28-24, the score at halftime. We're going to take a break on the halftime show. When we come back, we'll take a look at the current Skyline Conference standings and tell you what's next up as the MyBasin.com Game of the Week continues on 1150 and 99 KAG.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Well, you can hear the drum corps here at Klamath Union revving up this student section. A couple minutes left at halftime. 28-24, the Pelicans in front. And right now, Klamath Union tied for first place in the Skyline Conference, trying to take full control of first place with a win here tonight. Right now, 1-0 in conference play, 6-8 overall. They're only behind Hidden Valley, who is 1-0 as well, 9-7 overall on the season. The Phoenix Pirates are in third place right now, tied up with Henley. Each of those teams 1-1. But it's the Phoenix Pirates who hold the overall advantage. They're 12-4 on the season. The Henley Hornets are 9-6. And these Vikings still searching for their first conference win. They're 0-2 right now, 2-13 overall on the season. And as we take a look at what's next in the Skyline Conference, tomorrow evening, Hidden Valley and Phoenix are going to be playing, and that is certainly going to shake things up. That game, of course, tips off at 7:30 at Hidden Valley High School, so that's going to affect things in our next game after tonight. The Henley Hornets will be back in action. They're actually playing at Hidden Valley High School for a neutral site game against the defending state champions, Cascade. Should be a tough test for the Hornets and kind of a neutral site game like we said, and that'll be on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, we'll be there. It's going to be a fun time for sure. I think, like you said, for the boys, Henley playing the defending state champions. For the girls, it should be a pretty good matchup. Not quite maybe to that level, but Cascade, a girls team, fairly tough. Not somebody that Henley's probably going to be able to roll over like they have a lot of their opponents this season. So good test for the Hornets.
We continue the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. We'll be next live on MyBasin.com on Monday next week. And we'll actually be, I believe, out at Chiloquin High School. And let's see here, just taking a look ahead at the schedule. Yeah, we'll be Chiloquin taking on Lost River on Monday. And then Tuesday next week, obviously we've got more Henley basketball before we continue into the month of February. Got some games with Lost River and Bonanza, Lost River and Chiloquin, all that. It's a fun time to be a basketball fan in the Klamath Basin. Not only are there high school sports coming up, of course, the Oregon Tech Hustlin' Owls hit the road this weekend. So if you're an Owls fan, you can tune in to 104.3 and 960 Sports tomorrow at 4:30 as Lady Owls take on College of Idaho. And then the men will take on the Yotes at 6:30 on 92.5 KLAD. Then on Saturday, the Lady Owls move on over to Eastern Oregon. So a lot of basketball, and we're your home for it on mybasin.com. Not only sports, but everything else going on in the Klamath Basin, whether it's news, special events, anything else. Find it on mybasin.com. Be sure you like us on Facebook. Going to take one more break here on the halftime show at Klamath Union High School. The score is 28-24. The Pelicans in front of the Vikings. We'll be back with third quarter action next on the mybasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 9 KAGO.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Klamath Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Klamath Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Klamath Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Back with you in the mybasin.com Game of the Week on 1150, 92.9 KAGO. The score at halftime, 28-24. The Pelicans in front of the Vikings. If you've been watching tonight on mybasin.com, been watching our 3-camera setup tonight. We're partnering up with the Klamath Union Digital Media class. The CTE teacher, Dan Stearns, allowing us to work with his students tonight. Got Atticus running the camera switching, and young man Chase at half court running the camera for you tonight. It's been great to be able to work with these students. You know, they just secured a $250,000 grant to continue their project here at Klamath Union High School, not only for sports coverage, but their students have submitted short films to festivals across the state of Oregon. They filmed some of the commercials that you've seen on the video stream tonight. It's a really cool program that they've got here at Klamath Union.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I wish my high school had had a program like this. It's really, really cool what they're doing here.
About a minute left at halftime, 28-24 again. Klamath Union in front of Mazama. They're looking to go 2-0 in league play. Meantime, the Vikings looking to go 1-2 in league play. They have just had a hard time getting things started, but again, 2-13 overall, and they're hanging tough with these Pelicans, only down 4 at halftime. It's been some great shooting and good runs towards the end of each of the first 2 quarters for Mazama. A 9-1 run there in the second quarter allowed them to crawl back into this game.
Yeah, we mentioned it played out almost exactly like the second quarter when Mazama played Henley a week ago. At Henley, they got down 26-15, made a run to close it, to cut it to 28-24 at the break. Tonight they were down 27-15 before making the run to cut it to 28-24 at the break. At Henley, they were held scoreless, though, for more than 3 minutes, more than the first 3 minutes of the third quarter. We'll see what happens here.
It'll be Mazama who starts with the ball coming out of the break. A whistle allows us to reset the lineups for you. For Mazama, it's Gabe Nanny, Dominic Melgoza, Kai Hunt, Marcus Uloa Ford, and Ryan Hayden on the floor. And for the Pelicans, it's Tony Matheny, Grafton Wata, Dashel Garad, Malcolm Lassett-Hankins, and Daquan McKay. A shot for Mazama is offline. The Pelicans gain control, and McKay bring it along the far side of the floor. Pelicans up by 4, 7.5 to go in the third. Wata with it on the left wing. Passes it top of the key to Hankins. Hankins to Matheny. Matheny in the far corner to McKay. Left alone for a triple. It's too strong. Rebound collected, and the putback attempt by Hankins is offline. Here's Matheny. Driving in the paint, the shot from 13 is banked, no good. The putback attempt by McKay. He's falling away from the rim and scores. An athletic play by Daquan McKay. It's 30-24, 7 minutes to go in the third, and Kai Hunt finishing close to the rim on the other side with the answer. It's McKay with it on the right wing for KU. Shoving it over to Hayes. Now to McKay, zips it to Hankins. Hankins bouncing it down low to Wata. His shot from 12 is good. 4 points for Wata tonight, and a 6-point ball game. 32-26, 6.5 to go in the third. Hunt dribbling well beyond the arc, takes a screen going right. Matching up against Matheny. This time, another screen, tries to find Hayden, cutting to the rim, instead dishes it out to Melgoza. Melgoza trying to drive baseline, pump fakes, out to Uloa Ford. Pump fakes, a right elbow jumper rattles home for Marcos Uloa Ford. And now it's KU. Hayes with it. And now it's Matheny, dribbles it back out beyond the arc, gets it to Hayes. Corner three, too strong. And Mazama's got it. Score 32-28, 5:40 to go in the third quarter. Hunt on the right side, tries to find Melgoza. Spins around, tries to lose the defender, kicks it outside to Nanny for three. Wide right, Hayden with the rebound. His putback attempt no good. He gets another look, that's offline as well. How about three? No, Nanny with the fourth look, and he's fouled. Good rebounding by Mazama. That's why you do work on the glass. It leads to a foul, and Nanny to the line. Nanny's first free throw is good. 9 points for him tonight, a couple of made triples, and a 2-point field goal to go along with that made free throw. We've got Spooner checking in for KU, and another made free throw makes it a 2-point game. 32-30, KU in front of Mazama, 5:17 to go in the third. McKay over to Hankins. Back to McKay, now to Wata on the left side. Gets it in the corner to Matheny. Pump fakes, now driving baseline, falling away from the rim. No good. Spooner with the rebound. He's fouled on the putback. And so Jeffrey Spooner to the penalty stripe for a pair. Spooner 1 for 2 at the free throw line tonight. That's his only point of the evening. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Picking the right path can make the journey easier, the distance shorter, and can assure that you end up at the right place. Whether you're dreaming of owning a home or you just want a great checking account, Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union can help you reach your goals. First free throw was good from Spooner, and his second is offline, and so 33-30. Pelicans in front of the Vikings, 5 to go in the third. Loose ball on the other side, and the Vikings are going to call time while they still have possession. We'll take it with them. 33-30, 4:56 to go in the third, and the Pelicans lead the Vikings. This is the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150, 92.9.
Find your nearby Taco Bell at 3118 Washburn Way or 5327 South 6th Street. We're open early for breakfast, and our drive-thru is open late for your midnight cravings. You can order online for pickup or use our drive-thru. Taco Bell on Washburn Way and South 6th Street.
Vikings have it coming out of the break, and it's Uloa Ford in the near corner, 33-30. Pelicans in front of the Vikings here in the third quarter. Uloa Ford tried to tie it and does. A made triple in the near corner. And we're knotted at 33. 4:30 to go in the third quarter. Here's the Pelicans. McKay over to Hankins on the left side. Back to McKay. Zips it in the right corner to Matheny. His triple no good. And the rebound collected by Kai Hunt. Brand new ball game here in the third quarter. Uloa Ford behind the back dribble. Kicks it out to Hunt for three. Front iron no good. Rebound collected by McKay. Here come the Pelicans. Pressing on the gas. McKay trying to take it himself. His shot bothered by Uloa Ford, and I believe a foul. Let's see who this is going against.
I think that's actually going to be Melgoza on the reach-in after that play. Melgoza just checked out for Jordan Beals. That was his second foul.
Hankins to inbound at the baseline for KU, bouncing it down low to Spooner. Spooner on the left block will travel before getting the shot off. Reset the players on the floor for you. Again, our officials tonight from the Klamath Falls Officials Association, Craig Connor, Rob Sisania, and Pete Whistler. Sub coming in for Mazama. Out goes Hayden. In steps Connor Baker. Standing 6'3", Baker scoreless tonight. 4:03 to go in the third, and we're tied up at 33.
Yeah, we talked about how similarly the second quarters in this game and last week's game against Henley played out for Mazama. As there's a bucket from Matheny. We talked about how those quarters played out. This one could not have been more different here in the third.
Oh, boy.
Kai Hunt, man, that was fantastic. Mazama against Henley gave up 8 straight points to start the third quarter, went down 12. Here they've got it tied with 3:40 to go, but it looks like they've just sent Daquan McKay to the line.
McKay so far tonight is 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He's got 5 points overall tonight. His first free throw, good. Sub for the Vikes, out goes Uloa Ford, and it looks like Dominic Melgoza's checked back in. Second free throw from McKay is good, so the Pelicans out in front by 2. 37-35, 3.5 to go in the third. Here's Kai Hunt. Hunt moving right, spins to his left, loses the defender, but tied up by Matheny. Loose ball collected by the Vikings. Beals, hit mid-range shot is offline. It actually hit the top of the backboard in the chain that suspends the glass, and so out of bounds. The Pelicans take over. All right, here's Lassette Hankins bringing it up. Over to McKay, getting it to Matheny, driving the left baseline. His shot wide right. The rebound collected by Hankins. Slick feed out to Wata, trying to find Spooner down low. Spooner from about 8 feet out. His bank shot no good, but McKay there for the putback, and he gets fouled. So McKay, another opportunity at the line. And his free throw rims out. Rebound collected by Beals. Shows it ahead to Kai Hunt. Hunt zips it over to Melgoza. Catch and shoot triple, too strong. And Matheny with the rebound. Bringing it up the far side of the floor. Matheny, no look pass to Wata on the far corner. Triple no. Melgoza with the long rebound. The Vikings try to reset the offense, trailing by 4, 39-35, 2.5 to go in the third quarter. Hunt bouncing it to Baker, back outside to Hunt on the right wing. Denies the screen, moves right, and a foul. And I believe this one is going against KU as McKay picking up the foul. That's his third. So the Vikings will inbound at the baseline. It'll be Melgoza to do the honors. Gets it to Beals. Now to Nanny, top of the key. Here's Hunt on the right side. Hunt against Hakens. Saying to the defender, pump fake, driving inside. Kicks it outside to Nanny, alone for a triple, no good. Spooner with the rebound. And a foul. Beals is going to be hit with that one, getting a little bit overzealous, trying to reach in there. And he's going to go over and talk with Coach Millsap. Just trying to rein it in a little bit. It's a high-intensity ball game, and fouls like that are unnecessary as he'll head to the bench, it looks like, in favor of Deshaun Carter. I think they're trying to figure out whether or not the sub is going to come in or not.
And shouldn't this be free throws for Klamath Union? Mazama has...
You're right, that was a defensive foul, so that's 5 fouls for them and free throws for KU.
Looks like they are going to put Jeff Spooner on the line. He was the top receiver for the Klamath Union football team this fall. 44 receptions, 467 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Rough season for the Pelicans, but they're playing down to 3A next year, so maybe a good chance to build some momentum as they get back some of those numbers in the program back up.
I think it's a good thing for any school that has to drop down of classification for competitive purposes. I'd like to see how KU competes at the 3A level, although they're going into a tough conference.
They are. Cascade Christian, the defending 3A champions. Lakeview, who made the quarterfinals. Won't be easy.
Spooner's going to reach in on the defensive end after sinking a free throw. Right now the score 40-35, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. And Ryan Millsap, head coach of the Vikings in his second season, trying to argue the case a little bit. Subs for the Pels. In comes Roland Vanerath. Out goes Spooner after he picked up his third foul. Kai Hunt with the inbound pass. Has it now top of the key. Passes it to Nanny on the right wing. Top of the key, long two, shot at and missed by Connor Baker, and the Pelicans with the rebound. Matheny, overhand pass, outside now to Wata. Wata driving in, goes outside to Vanerath for 3, offline. And Nanny with the rebound. Gets it ahead to Hunt, bringing it up the floor for the Vikes. Dribbling left, taking a screen by Carter, going left. Now trying to get to the baseline, splits up the defense and scores. Kai Hunt with 8 points tonight, makes it a 3-point ball game. 40-37, a minute 10 to go in the third quarter. McKay with it, well beyond the arc, guarded by Melgoza, gets it to Vanerath. Vanerath to McKay, far side to Wata. Now back to McKay, around the horn it goes, finding Matheny in the near corner. Steps, shoots a 3, no good. Ball goes out of bounds on the rebound, and Mazama will take possession with 52 seconds to go in the third frame. 40-37, the Pelicans lead the Vikings. Here's Kai Hunt. Hunt taking his time, bouncing it to Carter at the free throw line. Underhand pass to Melgoza, driving to the rim. Contested layup falls for Melgoza. 40-39, 32 seconds to go in the third quarter. And for Melgoza, that's 5 points tonight. Here's Wata, top of the key, loses control of the pass for a moment, but recollects. McKay over to Vanerath in the corner, now to McKay. 20 seconds left to go in the third, shot clock off. Here's McKay. McKay to Matheny. Matheny bouncing it to Hankins on the left block. Dribbles it back out, 10 seconds now. Bounce pass to Matheny, a triple, rims out. The Vikings have it. Kai Hunt with 5 seconds. Hunt now with 3, crosses half court. He will not get the shot off in time. And we will head to the fourth quarter with a 1-point ball game on our hands. 40-39, the Pelicans leading the Mazama Vikings. We'll be back with that fourth quarter next as we continue your coverage of the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
Pally Plumbing. We're a full-service plumbing contractor providing quality service at an affordable price. Our skilled professionals are fully licensed, highly trained, and committed to providing the highest quality service available. To get an estimate, call 541-882-0364. Windermere Real Estate. What makes us different makes the difference. It means that we sweat the details so our clients don't have to. And it means that acting beyond ourselves and caring deeply about our communities so it sets ourselves apart from the rest. Give us a call at 541-885-4400 or online at Windermere Real Estate.
Love to see that participation from the student section there. They're kind of wearing neon. It looks like that's their theme tonight.
Various shades of neon, some green, yellow, orange, pink. Very vibrant assortment. Meanwhile, you got the Klamath Union student section down there going with the full blackout.
Only about 10 minutes separating these two schools, and it has been a fun environment here at Pell Court on the campus of Klamath Union High School, downtown Klamath Falls. As we begin the fourth quarter, it's 40-39, and the Pelicans start with the ball. They're up by 1. Here's McKay bringing it along the far side of the floor. Now Hankins has it, top of the key, zipping it to Wata on the far side. Wata driving baseline. His contested shot is no good, but a whistle should send Wata to the line. This will be Grafton Wata's first free throws. 2 points already tonight, but those both coming in the first half. This is his first look at the rim in the second half, and the free throw no good. Spooner back into the game for KU. And again, he's standing 6'5". Wata's second free throw is good. Makes it a 2-point game. 41-39, 7:40 to go in the fourth. Here's Uloa Ford on the right side. Takes a screen going left. Left alone from beyond the arc. Uloa Ford can't convert the triple. Loose ball collected, shoved out to Matheny. And now the Pelicans trying to step on the gas a little bit. Here's Matheny. Mid-range jumper for Matheny, no good. And that's McKay jumping for that rebound, but can't corral it truthfully. Goes out of bounds, and the Vikings take possession. Here's Kai Hunt for the Vikings as they try to tie with a 2 or take the lead with a triple. Melgoza driving inside, and an offensive foul. It's going to be called by the near official, and Dominic Melgoza trying to argue his case, but just coming in a little bit hot on the offensive end. Pelicans take it as they go from right to left across your radio dial. Here's Matheny with a free throw line jumper. Back iron, no good. Out of bounds, and the Vikes take it. Matheny with 12 points tonight. He's leading his team in scoring, and he is not afraid to shoot that basketball. Here's the Vikings. Kai Hunt to Uloa Ford on the right side. Fakes a step right, now driving left. Inside the paint, high arcing shot. He's fouled, going to the line. Uloa Ford, an Oregon Tech baseball commit for next year after he finishes up his senior year. Last night, got the opportunity to talk to his future head coach, Jacob Garces of the Oregon Tech baseball team, on the Ballin' in the Basin, your new local sports talk show over on 104.3 and 960 Sports. He's excited to get Marcus on that team and keep talent local to the Basin.
Yeah, he said it's really important to him to really get those kids in, keep them in town, as long as it's a good mutual fit. And that's what they found with Marcus Uloa Ford.
Unfortunately, missing a pair of free throws keeps this at a 2-point game, 41-39. 6:33 to go in the fourth quarter. The Pelicans with it. McKay on the right side. McKay over to Wata. Wata zips it to McKay. Finds Hankins, top of the key. Hankins bouncing it to Matheny. Matheny driving baseline through the defense. Double pump fake, and he makes it. What an athletic finish by Matheny there. Give him 14 points and his team a 4-point advantage. 43-39, 6:10 to go in the fourth. Hunt takes a screen going left, steps out beyond the arc, gets it to Melgoza. Melgoza driving inside. His layup attempt is short. Battle for the rebound underneath. Spooner again getting tied up, this time with a different Vikings player. And the officials trying to tell him to try to rein it in a little bit. Got to be careful late in a game like this between two rival schools. The officials are going to have to control things a little bit.
Oh, Spooner just fouled out. They've got him up on the board with 5 fouls. Are they?
Yeah, I think they're there. I think Craig Connors over there telling him his night is done. Coach Case discussing it as well, but it looks to me like Jeffrey Spooner's night is over. I think they're trying to figure it out right now. I know, trying to think of when his 4th foul was. I remember he entered play here in the 4th with 3. I just don't recall when his 4th foul was. Student section's going back and forth with their chants, and it looks like, yeah, Spooner's done, and so Garrod checks in for Klamath Union. No free throws coming for the Vikes. They trail by 4, 43-39. 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Here we go. The Vikings inbound to Hunt in the near corner. Hunt dribbling against Hankins. Terminates the dribble, trying to bounce it down low to Hayden, but Wata reaches in for the steal, taken back by Melgoza, and he hits the deck. Pass over to Matheny, and Matheny driving to the rim and gets the bucket. We've got a timeout on the floor and a hurt Viking heading to the bench. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue 4th quarter action from Klamath Union High School, 45-39, 5:37 to go in the 4th, and maybe no time. I think it's just an official's timeout. And that's all it is. So we'll have Nanny check back into the game for the Vikes, and actually we'll stick with you here. Here comes Kai Hunt for Mazama. Hunt, top of the key, gets it to Hayden on the right elbow. Underhand pass outside to Hunt. Head fakes outside to Beals. To Hunt once more. This time he can't corral the pass. And the Pelicans take over. Up by 6 with 5.5 to go.
Ball almost nailed one of the Klamath Union cheerleaders. Nobody's safe tonight. This game is chippy on all fronts.
Here's Garrod with it on the left wing. Pass over to McKay. Now to Wata on the far corner. McKay zipping it to Garrod. Down low to Matheny. Matheny mid-range jumper again. Back iron no good. And Beals with the rebound. Gets it ahead to Hunt. 5 minutes to go in the 4th. 45-39, KU in front. Hunt has it picked away by Lassette Hankins, going up with the shot, and he is fouled, trying to go up for the layup.
That was a nice steal by Hankins. Lassette Hankins, just a clean swipe. He couldn't finish on the other end. Looked like he might have been trying to get a little acrobatic with it, but he does get a chance to get him at the free throw line.
So far tonight, Lassette Hankins is 2 for 4 at the free throw line. He's got 5 points overall. These are his first free throws of the second half and can't convert the first. Lassette Hankins, another free throw on the way. A junior, standing 5'10", his second year as a varsity starter. That free throw, front iron, no good, and Mazama with the rebound. The point guard, Kai Hunt, bringing it up. Takes a screen right, dribbles out beyond the arc, kicks it to Hayden in the near corner. Now to Nanny for a catch and shoot three, it's good! (45-42), 4.5 to go in the 4th. That was Nanny's 3rd made triple. Give him 11 points for the night. 12. Here's Wata on the left side. Now to Lassette Hankins. Top of the key to Garrod. Thought about a 3, puts it on the deck, gets it over to McKay. McKay driving baseline, up with the shot, he's fouled. Pelicans doing a good job of getting to the line here in the 4th quarter. And for Mazama, that is, I believe, their 15th foul. No, they're calling that their fourth, so my mistake. But that is the fourth foul for Uloa Ford as McKay goes to the line. Free throw good. Back up to a 4-point difference. Another free throw, no good. Wata battles for the rebound, tries to kick it out, but it's taken by Mazama. The Vikings hurrying up, Hayden all alone to the rim, and it's good. 2-point game, 46-44, 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And ball goes out of bounds, possession staying with the Pels. And I think Coach Case is gonna call time. And he does. 46-44, 4 minutes to go in the fourth at the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Only 2 points separate the Pelicans and the Vikings. 3:59 to go in the fourth quarter, and it's Klamath Union who's in front of a big home crowd at Pell Court. And coming out of the break, it will be Klamath Union with possession of the basketball. 5 on the floor for them: Lassette, Hankins, McKay, Garad, Wata, and Matheny. Now brings it around, top of the key, over to McKay. Now brings it around, top of the key, over to McKay, well beyond the arc. Mazama in a bit of a zone defense. McKay over to Matheny. Matheny's going to try to find a soft spot in the zone, but dribbles it back out beyond the arc. To Garrard, zips it to McKay. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Wata now in the near corner. Wata driving baseline, reverse layup, high off the glass. A great finish from Garrard Wata. (48-44), 3.5 to go in the fourth quarter. And Nanny with it, top of the key for Mazama. Tries to get rid of it to Beals. It's tipped into the backcourt so Mazama can recollect. Hunt gets it, and he will be the one to cross the timeline for the Vikings. Pass goes back outside. Now 6 seconds on the shot clock. Mid-range taken and made by Hayden. (48-46), 2:50 to go in the fourth. Klamath Union in front. Garrard has it at half court. Pass bothered by Uloa Ford, but McKay recollects a tight dribble. Gets it off to Garrard. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now it's Matheny in the near side, trying to dribble it in himself. Loses possession, but he's fouled on the drive. That is the 5th Mazama team foul, so a couple of free throws on the way for Antonio Matheny. 1 for 2 at the free throw line tonight. He's got 14 points. And the first free throw good. Three-point game, a chance now to make it a 2-possession game for Matheny, and he does. Klamath Union hits the 50-point marker. They lead by 4 with 2.5 to go in the third. Kai Hunt denies the screen, taking it himself. The foul and the bucket. The Mazama student section roaring behind the bench.
Mazama showing a lot of toughness down the stretch here, finding an answer for every bucket.
The free throw no good, and Wata with the rebound for Klamath Union. 50-48, 2:13 to go in the fourth quarter, and Daquan McKay brings it up. McKay, top of the key now to Garrard, over to Matheny. Matheny driving left baseline, around one defender, throws one off the glass, it's no good. Loose ball collected by Uloa Ford, The Vikings, an opportunity to tie or take the lead, under 2 to go in the fourth quarter. Here's Kai Hunt. Hunt takes a screen, going right, backs out well beyond the arc, bouncing it to Nanny on the right elbow. At the free throw line, gets it to Uloa Ford. Uloa Ford, step back, mid-range jumper to tie, it's good! Tied up at 50, a minute 35 to go in the fourth quarter. Daquan McKay to Garrod, and timeout called by Coach Ed Case. Tied up at 50. A minute 32 to go in the fourth quarter. We're going to take our final pause tonight on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 11 and 92.9 KAGO.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
A minute 32 left to decide this game between two crosstown rivals, the Klamath Union Pelicans and the Mazama Vikings. Tied at 50. It'll be the Pelicans who start with the ball coming out of the pause. McKay handing it off to Lassette Hankins. To Garrod, well beyond the arc. Garrod hands it off to McKay. McKay guarded by Beals. McKay over to Garrod on the right wing. Finds McKay. Still on the right side, over to Garrod. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Wata on the right block. Kicks it outside to Hankins, but the shot clock expires. Mazama locking down on the defensive end and creating the turnover. Keeps things tied at 50. A minute 1 to go in the fourth quarter. The Pelicans pressing on defense. Kai Hunt crossing the timeline for the Vikings. Denies the screen, loses the handle for a moment, but kicks it to Nanny. Nanny on the right wing, bothered by Matheny. Loose ball collected by Mazama, and Matheny's going to foul on the defensive end. That's the fourth Klamath Union team foul. Should be a non-shooting foul.
Important thing, that resets the shot clock. So now we have 46 seconds on the game clock, 35 on the shot clock.
Uloa Ford inbounds it in the backcourt to Kai Hunt, bothered by McKay. Here's Hunt, now into the front court. Takes a screen right, dishes it to Nanny in the near wing. Driving baseline, Nanny stops, dribbles, goes hard to the cup and is fouled. Couple of free throws coming up for Gabe Nanny, the biggest free throws of the night. So far, Nanny is 1 of 2. He does have 12 points overall on the evening. Steps to the line here. The free throw good. Sits on the rim for a moment, but falls gracefully through the twine. The Mazama Vikings take the lead with 34 seconds to go. Chance now to make it a 2-point game for Nanny. He can't do it. 1 point separates them, but Mazama collects the rebound. And timeout called by Coach Millsap. We'll keep it here. 31 seconds. The Vikings will take control with the shot clock off. And so it'll be up to Klamath Union to decide how long they want to try to go for the steal, create a turnover, or just foul. I'm sure that's all Coach Case is concerned about there in the huddle.
A lot of composure shown by this Mazama team tonight. You look at them, they faced a similar situation against Henley last week, but they were unable to complete the comeback. This time they're right on the verge.
Doing it in enemy territory nonetheless. Still 31 seconds left to be played, but they've come back and taken a lead in a big way at 1 point, down by 9. All right, teams emerge from the bench for the Pelicans. It's Matheny, Garrod, Wata, Hankins, and McKay. For the Vikings, it's Hayden, Nanny, Hunt, Beals, and Uloa Ford. The 5 young men on the floor to decide this one for each team. And the Vikings start with it. Inbound to Hunt. Hunt at half court. They're not fouling him yet. 27 seconds. Lofting it high. Beals can't corral it, and a turnover for Mazama with 23 seconds to go in the ball game. And we're going to have another timeout. Coach Case, another one. And with 23 seconds to go, that's, I'm certainly sure, not what Mazama had drawn up coming out of the break, but truthfully, good defense contesting that pass for Klamath Union. They've given themselves an opportunity late. I'm sure that's exactly what they wanted to do.
Yeah, Mazama definitely helped him out there. We'll see what the Pelicans draw up out of this timeout. They have 23 seconds to work with. Well, this game is certainly delivered as far as the game of the week.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great environment, great basketball, back and forth. It's been a fantastic night tonight here at KU High School. And I want to thank again the Klamath Union students who've worked with us tonight, part of the digital media class, headed up by Dan Stearns, and we've got a few students who've been helping us out this evening. And it's been great fun in a welcoming environment for us here at the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. The teams emerge from the benches. 23 seconds remain, and the Vikings lead by 1, 51-50. The Pelicans are going to inbound in the backcourt. Here's McKay, shoving one to Matheny, takes a screen going left. He's trying to take it himself, fires one off the glass, and he's fouled. And so Matheny to the line to shoot 2. Matheny at the line so far tonight is 2 of 3 and 16 points on the evening. Or pardon me, 3 of 4 on the night at the free throw line. And it looks like Uloa Ford has fouled out of the game after that foul there. And so checking into the game will be Connor Baker. Matheny's first free throw to tie. It's up, it's good. Matheny's free throw to take the lead is up and no good. The Vikings with the rebound. 16 seconds to go, tied at 51. Here's Kai Hunt racing up the far side of the floor, and a timeout is called by Coach Millsap. 10.5 to go. The Vikings will have an opportunity here late in this ball game. It's what you hope to play for. It's what they came here to do. And man, this game living up every bit of it. Made free throw to tie, miss it to take the lead. And these student sections about to lose their mind, both of them.
Forget game of the week, Josh. This is looking like a contender for game of the year.
Yeah, it's been great. Both of these schools in a historic matchup. The 101st meeting between these two squads. A lot of history and more history being made tonight. Worth mentioning, I'm sure these teams are not thinking about it down on the floor, but certainly up here in the booth. 9 overtime games between these two squads in their 101-game history, and right now tied with only 10.5 to go. But I'm sure the Vikings, or the Pelicans for that matter, would just like to end things here in the next 10.5 seconds of game time.
Yeah, both coaches have had a chance to really draw things up, really almost with each possession change as they've been using their timeouts. I would expect them to put the ball in Gabe Nanny's hands here.
He's been good from beyond the arc, but really an opportunity to drop any kind of look you like for Mazama. Here they go. It'll be Hayden to inbound in front of the scorer's table. Inbound to Nanny in the near corner. To Hunt now on the left side. Hunt fakes left, goes right, spins around, head fakes, right elbow jumper, no good. Hunt with his own rebound, 1 second to go. Acrobatic shot offline, and we are headed to overtime in the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. For only the 10th time in history between these two squads, we get an extra period of basketball, and I'm not complaining. It's been a great game so far. I'd love to see more of it.
Yeah. This is, You know, this is what a game like this deserves, I think. The way we've gone back and forth just over the past minute and a half of regulation. Why not play 4 more?
Going to stick with you through the rest of overtime tonight. No more ad breaks in the MyBasin.com game of the week on MyBasin.com. So glad you could be with us tonight, however you're watching and listening. Whether you've got your smartphone, your tablet, your desktop, or your smart TV, watching the game on the big screen, thanks for being with us on MyBasin.com, or equally listening on the radio tonight on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO. The Pelicans emerge from the bench, ready for overtime. It is Matheny, Wata, McKay, Garrod, and Hankins. And for the Vikings, it's Hayden, Hunt, Beals, Baker, and Nanny. And we're going to tip things off once more at center court. 4 minutes on the clock. And it's the Pelicans who control the opening tip of overtime. Here's McKay. Bringing it along the right side to Garrod. Now to Hankins at the free throw line, outside to Wata. Driving baseline once more, trying to bounce it to McKay, but it's stolen away by the Vikings. Here's Kai Hunt into the front court. Hunt now getting it to Baker. Baker now to Nanny. Nanny driving inside the paint, and Matheny is going to foul him on the drive. And I believe the bonus does not reset, so free throws for both teams, no matter the case, for the rest of the night. Nanny at the free throw line tonight, 2 of 4, and making that one to take the first lead of overtime. And the second one good as well. Three for Garrod, rims out, but the putback is there for Klamath Union. Here's Kai Hunt. Top of the key. Bouncing it down low to Baker. Baker to Hunt. And Hunt, a step back triple. No good. Nanny with the rebound, and he is fouled on the putback. Free throw good from Nanny. And now a second one on the way. That one's no good. Mazama with the rebound. Hayden the putback, no good. And Klamath Union has it. Here comes McKay. It's 54-53. The Vikings in front. Pass over to Garrod. Garrod into a triple, cashes in.
Mazama gave him way too much room there, and they paid for it.
56-54, Klamath Union in front, 2:17 to go in overtime. Hayden's shot rejected by Wata. Tied up. And possession arrow favors the Vikes. And I believe we're going to have timeout on the floor, and some photographers here at KU told to evacuate the baseline.
They've been on the baseline for since the early fourth quarter. I don't know why they're moving them now.
Mazama takes the inbound. They trail by 2. Nanny tied up, tries to get the shot off, and he's fouled. Another opportunity at the line for Gabe Nanny. He's been heading to the line a lot in the fourth quarter and overtime. So far, 5 of 8 at the penalty stripe tonight for Nanny. And that free throw is good. An opportunity for the Vikings to tie the game at 56. Here's Nanny's second free throw. Good. Knotted at 56 with 2:07 to go in the fourth. Here's McKay with it on the far side. McKay brings it around top of the key. Terminates the dribble, now to Garad. Back to McKay, thought about a triple, gets it to Wata. Driving baseline up with the shot and a blocking foul called on Carter.
Oh, man.
Man, he was there. It was a close one.
Yeah, Mazama does not like that at all.
Don't blame him, and Coach Millsap is saying he had his feet set. Well, it was close. But
well, there's no restricted area painted on the KU court, so it's kind of up to the referee's discretion to really eyeball it. I guess that time they thought he was inside.
Wata's free throw, at least the first one, is no good. And a second opportunity here after that miss. He's 1 for 3 on the night. Make it 1 for 4. Another miss, but Matheny with the rebound. And his shot left short. Mazama with the glass. Tied up at 56, 1:46 to go in overtime. Here's Kai Hunt and the Vikings. Hunt brings it back out beyond the arc. Shovels it to Nanny. Nanny driving baseline, terminates the dribble on the right block, steps to the rim, and can't get the shot. Here's McKay now as he tries to slow things down for the Pels, walking across half court. Brings it along the far side of the floor, over to Garad. Down low to Hankins, bounce pass out to Garad, steps to his right, thought about a three, then thinks twice. Gets the ball back after a pass, steps left to a triple, no good. Rebound batted out of bounds by Mazama. KU gets to hold on to it with a full shot clock reset. 1:12 to go in overtime.
They played much better defense on Garad around the perimeter on that possession and forced a miss.
And officials having a conversation, although seems to have been concluded. The Pelicans will inbound on the baseline, and to do it will be Hankins. Hankins tries to get it to Matheny, but Hunt picks away the pass. The Vikings into the front court. Hunt, a screen going right. Takes another one, now into the near corner. Hunt back out beyond the arc. Dribbles to about half court. 57 seconds left in overtime. Hunt steps back, gets it to Beals. Beals driving the right block to the rim. Bank shot in for Mazama. They take the lead, 58-56. 41 seconds to go in overtime. McKay with it now for the Pelicans. Gets rid of it to Garad. Garad down low to Matheny. Mid-range shot, no good. McKay there for the putback, and he can't believe he's not fouled. Mazama with the rebound. Hunt going for it, and he's fouled in transition. And McKay, rageful. He thought he was fouled on the putback, no whistle. Late in overtime. McKay walking away from the rest of the players on the floor. I'm sure whatever he's saying to himself out there, he doesn't want it to be an earshot of any of the officials. And finally comes back to join his teammates as we get ready for free throws from Kai Hunt. And it looks like that should be the end of the night for Wata. And they're going to bring in Calvin Hayes.
That's a big loss for Klamath Union on what might be their last possession of the game.
Wata exits tonight's contest with 7 points. And a whistle. And Klamath Union going to take time before we get the free throws. Again, we'll stick with you through this one. Appreciate you being with us on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO. 58-56, the Vikings in control in overtime, and they'll have free throws when we come out of the break. Kai Hunt will be the one at the line. So far, he's 0 for 2 on the evening.
Yeah, this is a big chance for Kai Hunt and Mazama. A lot of pressure here. We'll see if the junior can handle it.
Five emerging from the bench for KU: McKay, Garrod, Matheny, Hayes, and Hankins. For Mazama, Carter, Beals, Nanny, Hayden, and Hunt. All right, to the free throw line is Kai Hunt. And not sure is the scorer's table trying to ice Hunt here. There was a buzzer. And then we have to stop play again. And so I'm not quite sure what the issue is there. The scorer, and running the scorer's table tonight, Klamath Union track and field coach and cross-country coach Rob Kaufman down there. Not quite sure what's going on. It seems like we're ready for basketball, so here we go. It'll be Hunt at the free throw line. This make would put the lead at 3 for Mazama, and it rims out. Around the cup it goes and falls right out. But still, another one here, a chance to make it a three-point game. Hunt's free throw, good. Three-point game, 59-56. 23 seconds to go. Pelicans could look for a 2 and a foul. We'll see. Here's Garrod, top of the key. Back out to McKay. Now it's Hayes driving to the rim, high off the glass, and he's fouled after a missed shot. And so he'll go to the free throw line for 2. These are big free throws on the way for Calvin Hayes. This is his first trip to the penalty stripe tonight. Here's Hayes at the line, the first free throw. No good. Backbreaker for KU, but not out of it yet. Another free throw on the way, and I think Coach Millsap is going to call time. 13 seconds remain in overtime. 3 points separate the Vikings and the Pelicans, 59-56. And for KU, 13 seconds to go. Do you think about an intentional miss and a three-pointer here?
Man, I see. It all depends. It all depends. I'm not sure if that's something they've worked on at all.
Right.
And if you think you can pull it off, I would say go for it. But otherwise, I think you just may have to make this free throw, commit a quick foul. I mean, Mazama's gone 1 for 2 from the free throw line. I think their last couple trips.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So Klamath Union then would probably have a chance to shoot the game-tying 3 with about 10 seconds left.
Here's Hayes' second free throw. It is good. 2-point game, 59-57, and a steal for Klamath Union. Cross-court pass to Garrard, a 3, no good. Mazama with the rebound. Nanny is tied up, and he tried to call time. Did he get it off? It looks like they did.
Wow. Wow.
Not much else you can say. Great steal by KU. The missed triple by Garrod and a good rebound by Mazama. They're going to have the ball back with 4 seconds and a 2-point lead.
Mazama very nearly threw the game away just there. I think Garrod is exactly who you want taking the 3 there, but he just missed. Wow.
See what the Pelicans try to draw up here. I mean, the only option you have is a quick foul and hope that the Vikings go 1 of 2 again. So expect that coming out of the break. The 5 emerging. It's the same 5 that went to the bench. It's Garrod and Matheny, Lassette Hankins, Hayes, and McKay. Vikings still close. They have to take care of the basketball, and in moments like this, frankly, it hasn't been their strong suit, but I'm sure that's what Coach Millsap is preaching to his guys right now. Take care of the basketball. They're in the driver's seat with 4 seconds to go, and they emerge. Hayden, Beals, Hunt, Nanny, and Carter. The Vikings have it on the other side of the floor. KU student section chanting for their defense. Inbound pass to Hunt, and he's going to get fouled quickly. 3 4/10 seconds remain as Hunt goes to the free throw line. Kai Hunt is the guy you want to send to the free throw line if you're Klamath Union. So far tonight, he is 0 for 3 at the penalty stripe.
3.4 seconds on the clock. Pelicans will have time to get into the front court for a last shot.
The free throw, no good. And timeout going to be called once more. These coaches want to make sure their team's on the same page. It's a benefit for both of these squads that they are kind of able to game plan each possession. It's led to some good basketball here in overtime.
No doubt about it.
Kai Hunt will head back to the free throw line. Again, he hasn't made a free throw so far tonight, but he's been good from the field. He's got 10 points so far, each on made 2-point field goals, and so just has to convert one more. It'd still only be a 3-point game, and KU is going to have to work on rebounding here. They've got some height coming out there as, let's see, they're sending in Calvin Hazy's 5'11", Garad 6 foot, Matheny 6 foot, but Grafton Wata, their 6'4" player, and Jeffrey Spooner 6'5", have each fouled out tonight. So it's going to be up to some of the guards for KU to try to battle on the glass and look for a quick shot, although Hunt still gets a look. If he makes it, that changes things for the Pelicans. Step into the line. It's Kai Hunt. Big free throw. Eyes down the rim. It's up. It's no good. The Pelicans collect it. A loose ball. Half-court shot from Matheny. No good. And the Mazama Vikings escape Pell Court with a 59-57 victory in the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. The student section has gone wild here at Pell Court, and the Vikings celebrate a hard-fought victory. We'll be back with post-game coverage of the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAO.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Glad to be back with you on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 92.9 KAGO. Lights have gone out here at Klamath Union High School, but the scoreboard's still up there for you. 59-57 the final. The Vikings escape enemy territory with a 2-point overtime win. Mazama led in scoring tonight by Gabe Nanny with 18 points. 10 points tonight for Kai Hunt, 9 for Marcos Uloa Ford, 6 for Ryan Hayden, 5 for Dominic Melgoza, and 2 for each Drake Peters and Jordan Beals. And for Klamath Union, 17 points tonight from Antonio Matheny. You had 9 from Daquan McKay, as well as 7 from Dashel Garad and Grafton Wata. 5 from Malcolm Lassette Hankins, 3 from Jeffrey Spooner, and 2 from Calvin Hayes, your scorers tonight in what was a fantastic matchup between two crosstown rivals, only the 10th overtime game in the history of this rivalry series, and it's the Vikings who prevail. We're going to take one more break here on the post-game show, and when we come back, we'll take a look at what this does to the Skyline Conference standings. Glad to be with you tonight for the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Back with the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO. The final score tonight in overtime, the Mazama Vikings knock off the Klamath Union Pelicans 59-57. As we take just a quick look now at the updated Skyline Conference standings. And Hidden Valley right now leading the way. They're the only team left unbeaten in the conference, 1-0. They're 9-7 right now. Klamath Union, Phoenix, and Henley all tied for that second spot, all 1-1. Right now, if you were to organize them based off overall record, it would be Phoenix, then Henley, then Klamath Union, who falls to 1-1 in conference play, 6-7 overall. The Mazama Vikings now 1-2 in league play, 3-13 overall on the season. They came out and played in a big way tonight. You know, we were talking about it coming into tonight's broadcast that Mazama's a lot better than their 2-13 record shows. And here tonight, pulling one out in overtime on the road against the Klamath Union Pelicans. It was a great game tonight. Saturday is our next broadcast on MyBasin.com as the Henley Hornets take on the Cascade Cougars. For the boys, it's a matchup against the defending state champion Cascade. The girls are in fairly good shape as well. So we'll be with you Saturday afternoon for that. Keep your eyes on MyBasin.com for the next bit of coverage for Henley basketball. Want to thank everybody that made tonight possible here at Klamath Union High School. Of course, the athletic director, Tyler Baker, helping us get set up. And the digital media teacher, Dan Stearns, for allowing us to work with his crew tonight. We had lots of Klamath Union students assisting us with the video feed, switching between the 3 cameras and helping us in a big way. So thanks to all the KU students who were able to help us get on the air tonight for the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. Also want to thank all of the head coaches who assisted tonight as well. We'll start with the women. Coach Mindy Holbrook of the Mazama Vikings, John Nahar of the Klamath Union Pelicans, and then for the boys, Mr. Ryan Millsap for the Vikings, and Ed Case for the Klamath Union Pelicans, all doing a great job of working with us for the broadcast tonight in what was a fantastic basketball game here at Klamath Union High School tonight. 59-57. The final score. For my broadcast partner, Matt Bowling, tonight, I'm Josh Eldridge saying good night from Pell Court.